The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 359, being recorded on July the 6th, 2021. I am one of your hosts at JesusWalksAlot, and JesusWalksAlot. Today I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, the GunnyChief, Henry Merrow is back. Welcome back, Henry. Welcome.
Yo, hey. Boy, unlike last week, I had a bird sanctuary going on. It was like early in the day, and there was like 1,000 birds outside my window. But today I'm good. It's the afternoon. They've all gone to their bird homes. So it shouldn't hear them.
Okay, good. They've gone to their bird homes. They're back at home chilling. Nice. Welcome to the show, Gunny. Welcome. Nice to have you back, or nice to have me back.
Yeah, nice for you to be back.
Yeah, I heard the show last week. It was okay. I mean, I give it a 3 out of 10.
You didn't like that kind of that dual hosting going on with that Ryan guy?
I don't like that Ryan guy. Fucking all he does is talk about Xbox and how great Xbox is and this Xbox. Look at me, I love Xbox.
I was trying to tell him it's not that great. Did you hear my argument? It's not that great. It's great, but it's not that great.
It's not that great. It's not that great. Let's be real. Okay. Anyways, the Mayo is not here, ladies and gentlemen. He could not make it today. He is out driving a brand new Camaro he just bought. Mayo, big baller Mayo, just bought a fucking nice-ass Camaro. Shit's all white with the red interior, Gunny. It even has RGB in that motherfucker. You see those RGB lights?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, no way did he get RGB. There's RGB in the fucking car.
He has RGB in his fucking car. He could, like, make it do rainbow colors and shit, like red, blue, red, pink, purple, orange. And then, like, lights up his whole dashboard and his doors and his fucking, all this shit. It looks fucking cool. I was like, God damn, that must have been like a $2,000 add-on.
You know why he's not here today? Because he's having that RGB put underneath the car.
Oh! So it
lights up at night.
Yeah, that's illegal in some states. It's illegal here in Oregon, but I saw a car driving down the road the other day with that shit on. They had neon lights on and shit underneath the car, and they were like blue. And I swear to God, in Oregon, I've been pulled over in the past because I used to have in one of my very first cars that I had a speaker system in the trunk, you know, like fucking subwoofers and shit. And I had a box that would light up every time the bass would hit. The box would light up a color, you know?
Baller, bro.
The shit was nice. I had like two 12-inch subs in the back of my trunk. This fucking huge-ass box. The shit could barely fit back there.
Just vibrating.
That shit would fucking vibrate everything, dude. But anyways, I had this badass subwoofers and shit, and they would light up blue. And one time I got pulled over by the cops, and they were like, "What the fuck is coming out blue out of the back of your car?"
You got a fake police siren thing?
I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, well, something's blue. And I was like, oh, fuck, it's the speakers. And they told me they didn't give me a ticket, but they gave me a warning, and they said to turn them off. They're like, turn off the lights or whatever. And they're like, because it's illegal to have blue lights in the state of Oregon in your car that are flashing or that are like even static. They can't be blue. They just can't be blue because blue...
Yeah.
Blue signifies like police emergency or whatever. And I think they said that it cannot be blue and red either. Like you cannot have both, and you cannot have like
that's
flash.
What it was. It was
And you can't have like strobe lights, like flashing lights that flash really fast. Because those are illegal too. Because apparently people might think you're a cop or something.
You know what I always thought it was? Because I saw it on a Jeep last year. It had those underneath blue lights or whatever, and I've seen them on the website where you can just order them. But I always thought, well, it doesn't matter in California because it doesn't rain here. But I thought, okay, it's going to be maybe blinding to somebody because if the ground's wet. But apparently, yeah, I guess, because I thought it would just be any color that would be illegal. But yeah, because I rarely even see it at night if I'm driving around.
Yeah, I saw it the other day. Some little, like, it was like a Dodge or something. It was hauling ass. That thing was going fucking quick. I think it was a Scion. That's what it was. It was a Toyota Scion. I think it was hauling ass, but it had like neon lights on the bottom, and they were blue. And I was like, this motherfucker's gonna get pulled over.
Yeah.
Driving on the highway in the middle of fucking midnight with the only car with big ass blue lights underneath it. You're gonna get fucking the attention of all the cops. But yeah, man, it was kind of. I got pulled over that time for that, and yeah, they were like all fucking pissed off at me and shit. The cops were like, "You can't have any blue lights in your car." Blah blah blah. I was like, "Whatever, dude.
Only us.
Yeah, only we could have them. We're police. Fuck you, cops. Fuck the police."
That's what you were playing, right? That's the song you were
That's
playing.
the song I was playing. That's why they pulled me over.
Fight the power. Yeah. NWA for life.
Oh man, I got pulled over that time for that. That was fun. Yeah, I miss having a subsystem, man. Having a nice subwoofer in your car makes a big difference. You know.
You had those. What were they? Were like some of the name brands you remember? There was some that were like so expensive.
There's Kicker. There's fucking Kenwood. There's a bunch.
What were those
them.
Rockford Fosgate? Is that what they were called?
Yeah, Fosgates. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, those things were insanely expensive. I could never afford them.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine who had some of those, but he had like 7 of them, and he had this big ass like Hummer, and he put them all like he like bought this crazy custom fucking box for the back of his Hummer. So basically, the whole trunk of his car of the Hummer, the whole back part of it, was nothing but this fucking speaker system. It like covered the whole trunk. And they had like 7 subwoofers in that motherfucker, dude. They were big. Some were like 12s, a lot of them were 10, some were 8s. But he had he had a bunch of them. He had more than like, I believe it was like 7 in total. Yeah, I think it was 7 in total. He had 7 fucking subwoofers back there. And he had 2 amplifiers hooked up to those motherfuckers. That shit was loud, dude. It was crazy. Crazy. He spent a lot of money on that fucking system.
That was the whole thing about going to the flea market, right? To see like, oh, I want to get a box that has like 4 speakers or something. I remember that when I was younger.
You go to the flea market.
Yeah, that's where you got them at. But some of them were like the full on, like I call it press board, and it was too thick. Yeah. I thought. You gotta get the thinner stuff.
Some of it is just too heavy, man. Like some of the boxes that they make, or they used to make back in the day, they were fucking heavy as shit. Nowadays they're a little bit lighter. They got a little like that particle board and shit now, but yeah, that shit used to be made like custom boxes, man. You fucking make that shit. Shit was heavy as fuck.
Those things were like 100 pounds. I remember,
dude. Yeah, fun times having a nice speaker system, though, guys. Nice subwoofer that rattles the whole block as you drive down the street. Yeah.
Jesus was that guy.
Yeah, I was that guy. Fuck yeah, I was that guy. I fucking love my subwoofers. I ended up... When the fuck did I get rid of them? Oh, I think when my daughter was born, that's when I finally was like, okay, I can't fucking blow my kids' drums ears out. You know, like, the eardrums or whatever. I can't fucking blow them out. So I had to get rid of them, you know, because I had a fucking newborn in the car. It's not like I could ever play them, you know, like, you know.
They were immediately on Craigslist, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I got pretty good. I got like I was like $400 from them, $500 from them. They were pretty good, pretty good price. Then I got rid of it with the subwoofer, with the amplifier though. I think that was like the whole. I threw it all together, I think. But yeah, man. Fun times. That's when Jesus was fucking 10 years ago.
You were playing Onyx, you know? Yeah.
Fucking 10 years ago. God damn, that was a long time ago. But yeah, that was fun. That was fun. But yeah, anyways, welcome to the show. Congrats to Mayo for his new car. And yeah, hopefully he enjoys that car. I'm sure he will, right?
Oh yeah, he's out there now. Like I said, he's putting lights on. I told you, I bet you
he's fucking gonna street race that shit. Mayo's gonna become like the next Vin Diesel, dude. He's gonna fucking like, he's already bald, so he's gonna just fucking show up to street races and start racing people.
Fast 9 with Mayo.
And then he's gonna get family, and then he's gonna be unstoppable. He's gonna end up going to space one day in a fucking car, like in the fucking movie that I just watched the other. I watched that fucking Fast 9 movie, and these motherfuckers go to space, Gunny. They go to space in a fucking Pontiac Fiero.
No way.
They launch themselves into space.
I think the reviews I saw were like, I don't know, like somebody had put like an 8 out of 10. I'm like, wait a minute, that's not how they rate movies. But I thought, okay, I know I'm going to see it. I see every Fast and Furious movie, but what? They go to space? What the hell?
Yeah, they go to space. because somehow the bad guy in this movie has access to a whole satellite. He's a really rich bad guy. Okay, he has a whole satellite, Gunny. And yeah, and also we get to meet Dom's brother, John Cena, which in the movie he's not John Cena, but I forget his name in the fucking movie.
Okay, I did see him I saw a picture of him, and I'm like, okay, it doesn't surprise me that he's in this movie.
That's his brother now. That's it. In the movie canon, he is now Dom's brother that we just never seen in the past 8 movies, but he's all of a sudden appeared. And
his long lost brother.
Yeah, long lost brother. Yeah, and then we get to see the whole gang, I guess. There was a lot of characters in this movie that they were like bringing back in these scenes. And there was like I could tell these scenes were set up to be like an oh shit, this guy is back scene. But I had no idea who these people were. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? Like why is he so important again? Like, who is this Asian guy that just showed up?
No, that Asian guy. The Asian guy, dude.
Who's the Asian guy? I think he died, but he's not really dead. Is that the guy? Is that him?
No.
He died in Tokyo Drift or something?
But I think when I saw him, I was like, holy shit, look how old he is. Oh my God, I'm old.
He's old as fuck.
I remember him looking so young.
Yeah, he used to look hella young. Yeah, now he looks old. He looks like really old now. That's the thing about a lot of Asian people. A lot of Asian people look really young, like for a long time in their life. And then all of a sudden they just look old.
Yeah, I was thinking like, I know who that is, but I was like, oh wow, like I can't believe like,
yeah,
what is he? He's like my age now, you know?
Yeah,
like
he's old, man. And then they got the old white guy. I forget. I'm pretty sure he was the white guy from Tokyo Drift too. He's in the movie, I think. I don't know who the fuck he is. They have all these characters that I don't even know who they are. But I know I've seen most of the movies. I just don't know who these people are. I guess I don't really ever pay attention to them. All right, the only really good Fast and the Furious movies was like the first 3.
Yeah.
Like the first one, the second one. I like Tokyo Drift. But after that, it was like, what the fuck is happening? What the hell happened to all these fucking movies, man? Like, it keeps getting crazier and crazier.
Yeah, I did get the opportunity to go to, when I went to Universal Studios the first time, I've been there twice. Now, this is the one in Universal City, Southern California. I think probably I'm sure there's another one back in Florida. But yeah, I did get to see the cars and everything, like, you know, just the whatever thing they put on. And it was kind of cool. It basically was just a car like on a mechanical bull arm thing. And it was pretty awesome just the way they showed it, like the car's coming straight at you. So yeah, I'm sure that's gone now. They put up Harry Potter and some other shit, you know?
That's when Fast and the Furious was cool, man. Now it's just for old people that like to go watch action movies.
I know. I'm like, okay, I have
literally,
to go see this.
I was in there. Okay, I'm not kidding you, Gunny. Okay, it was me and my brother were in there. And there was like a couple, like I want to say they're probably in their 30s, 20s or something. You know, there was like a couple of people, like a couple near the front. And there was like 2 more, I think I'll say they were old guys. They were older men sitting in the front, like the front kind of. And then behind us, right in the back row, that they fucking stole our seats, actually, those fucking pricks, were these 2 old ladies. And I'm talking old ladies, bro. Like they were not young ladies. They were post menopause. Okay, these ladies were not young. All right, Gunny. Okay, these are them old women. Mm-hmm.
Whoa there, hold on. Whoa.
Okay, these were older women, and they were sitting there watching Fast and the Furious and shit. I was like, what the fuck are they doing watching this movie? Like, this is so random for like a couple of old ladies to be in here just watching this movie. It was kind of fucking weird, you know what I mean?
Whoa, hold on, Jesus. You know what? They were your age, pal, when they first saw the first movie. Think about that.
Yeah, they probably were my age when they first saw the first movie, right? When the fuck was that, 20 years ago? When the first one came out? 2001 or something? Yeah, it was at least 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's when I met my wife. Yep.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're probably right. They probably were like around my age when they fucking saw the movie. Now, they were probably around your age, Gunny. All right, they were around your age when they saw the
even
first
better.
One. But yeah, it was funny because I was listening to them make comments and shit, you know, during like the trailers. They were like, you know, they played all these trailers for the new movies coming out. And they, like, the one movie that they were so into was James Bond. They're like, Oh my God, I love James Bond.
Us old people know James Bond.
They were like, you just cannot replace James Bond. He's so beautiful. I was like, oh God.
Bring Roger Moore back. Where's Sean Connery?
And then they were making fun of. One of the ladies, I believe the older one. I think she was making fun of the that new what's that fucking movie? The new G.I. Joe movie, that Snake Eyes. There's a new.
Is The Rock in the new one? I don't know.
No, it's some Asian dude, but it's about Snake Eyes, the character, and it's supposed to show you like his backstory, which I don't even know why they're doing that, but I guess it shows his backstory, and like pretty much is like the whole trailer is showing him like being recruited into the fucking like this ninja clan or whatever, and they're showing him how to be a ninja, so they're doing all this ninja shit, you know, like fucking doing kicks and breaking boards and backflips and fucking, you know, like being all stealthy and shit and stabbing people in the neck and all kinds of fucking shit. And like one of the ladies, all she said at the end of the movie, at the end of the trailer was like, that movie looks fucking stupid. It's all the same. All the scenes were the same. But I mean, obviously all the scenes were not the same. It was just all action, you know what I mean? But to her, it looked stupid because to her it was all the same. She was like, I don't get it. Why do people come watch these movies? They're all the same. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing watching Fast and the Furious? It's the same shit every fucking movie. These guys do some crazy shit to supposedly save the world, and like they don't get in no trouble, even though they like fucking destroy half a city, like the Avengers or something.
Right.
They don't get in trouble for doing that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Anyone else would totally get in fucking trouble.
Criminals.
But the movie was over the top fucking stupid. It was just fucking dumb. I think I fell asleep. I know I fell asleep. I think 3 times during the movie. I'm pretty sure I was snoring at some point because I could hear myself snoring in my sleep, and that woke me up. So like I was like a half asleep mode, you know, and I was snoring. Pretty sure I could hear myself snoring, and I woke up. And I'm pretty sure the old ladies were laughing at me because I was snoring.
Was your brother like flicking you in the ear or anything?
My brother, me and my brother, when we go to the movies, I don't fucking sit next to him because I like to have room. I don't like sitting like right next to him. So I fucking have like a seat away from him. And he was just looking at me like, you fucking idiot. What are you doing to sleep? I'm like, I don't care, dude. And you know, it's funny because he falls asleep in every other fucking movie that we go watch. He's the one falling asleep and I'm the one watching him. It's just the movie's so dumb like this. I just couldn't keep my attention, dude. It was that fucking stupid. I was like, this is fucking just, what the fuck am I watching? And I just fell asleep. But if a movie has my attention, I usually don't fall asleep. I usually am able to like stay up and stay into it, you know? But like any other movie I watch with my brother, say like Star Wars or whatever the fuck, any other fucking movie, any like normal fucking movie that's not Fast and the Furious, he's fucking dead asleep. And I'm talking, he's dead asleep for like 45 minutes. He'll miss like the entire movie and I have to wake him up at the credits to get up and leave. I'm like, dude, like, get the fuck up. We gotta go. And he's like sitting there fucking just like
he's out.
Fucking out, dude. And people are just walking by looking at him like, what the fuck? Is he dead? What the fuck happened to him?
The movie was so good. Yeah, put him right to sleep.
Put him right to sleep. But I see, at least I fell asleep in like spurts, you know, like I'm pretty sure I fell asleep for like a couple minutes or something. It wasn't like I fell asleep for 30 minutes or whatever during the movie. I got most of the movie. I know the plot. I could tell you the plot. I could tell you what happened. But I missed a few parts. Obviously, there was a part in the movie where the bad guys showed up at the base of the good guys because the good guys had some kind of secret base. And the bad guys showed up. But somehow the bad guys didn't kill all the good guys and they just left them there. I don't understand that whole part of that movie. I know I missed it because I was asleep, but in my head I was thinking if I was a bad guy and I found the good guys that were trying to stop me and I found their fucking secret base, Gunny, alright, and I had them all at gunpoint, I would make sure to shoot them all in the head before I walked out of that fucking room. You know what I mean? I wouldn't leave them. I wouldn't
leave no witnesses, but
I wouldn't fucking leave you tied up, like half-assed tied up to a fucking pole or something and be like, haha, he's never going to get out of this fucking rope. shittily tied, roped. You know, like, no, of course you're gonna escape, Gunny, and come after me. You know what I mean? Like, what are these bad guys thinking? You know, like, I would have shot everyone, all of them. I would have shot all of them. I would have shot the biggest guy. I would have shot Dom first in the head, and then I would have shot all the other people. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
like. No bad guy would have uses that. That's like fucking movie logic. In real life, no bad guy would use that logic. I'm just gonna tie the good guys up and give them a chance to stop me. You know?
Right? Yeah.
That's so stupid. Yeah.
The nicest bad guys ever.
Yeah, they're totally. Yeah, they all have guns and they all look really bad, and they all found out where your secret base is, but they didn't kill you. Like, what the? Like, what? What the fuck do you mean they didn't kill you? Like, it was just so dumb, dude. It was fucking stupid.
Maybe they're kind of go easy on the violence, I guess.
Let me see. They blew up a jet somehow. They blew up a jet in the movie. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in that movie. It was just over the top. It wasn't a little over the top. It was just over the top. It's pretty much the Avengers at this point, okay? That's what it was. That's kind of what it was.
You know, the last one, that last one I think it was good. I want to say the last one was with Dom, where he, doesn't he meet somebody that was on an airplane, I remember? Who was he talking to? Was it a family member, or they were talking about a family member? It was sort of this emotional moment. But yeah, I mean, obviously lots of, you know, fucking action and shit. And I'm like, okay, where are they going to take it next? You know, where can they go from here? Outer space. They have to go to outer space.
Well, the whole movie's not in outer space, but there's a part of it that's in outer space.
Yeah, but you got to take it to the next level, right? I mean, you can't just leave it right there.
I mean, what are they going to do in the next movie?
Are they going to be fighting on submarines, or I mean,
they've been They've been to the Arctic.
Drive a car on a submarine, though.
All right, they've been to the Arctic. They've been to space. They've been in jungles. They've been in the desert. They've been in the city. They've been around the world, pretty much every major city of the world, like Paris, London. Fucking pretty sure they've been everywhere.
Can you drive cars on the ground of a volcano? Probably not.
Probably not, but I'm pretty sure Fast and the Furious will figure it out. They'll put some fucking...
They'll be like, hey, there's roads here if you're careful not to hit the lava with your tires.
If you drive fast, if you got family, Gunny, you could do anything, okay? That's what the memes have told me. All right, if you drive on
nitrous,
you drive on the rocks fast enough, you can fucking go around the volcano. I don't know, man. They'll figure it out, Gunny. They'll figure out a way. I mean, they figured out a way how to put a car into space. They'll figure out a way to fucking drive on a volcano. Okay?
Oh yeah, they will.
This is Fast 9. It was an okay movie. I'm glad I didn't pay. I mean, I paid for it because I have Movie Pass or whatever, but like I didn't really pay for it. It's kind of like a Game Pass situation where I don't really feel bad that I watched it. It was just there, you know, like available to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Did they suspend it? Is that how they worked that Movie Pass?
Yeah, they did for like the last year or whatever. But now that everything's open, and they reopened it or whatever. So it resubscribed you automatically, and all you have to do is make sure your payment information is current, and you're good to go.
Good deal. Yeah, I'll probably head to the theater to see this weekend.
Yeah, that Movie Pass shit is legit, man. Because for my birthday, they gave me like a free large popcorn. They gave me a motherfucking free drink, any size. I fucking got a huge fucking Slurpee thing and a big old popcorn. Even though I don't like I really don't like popcorn. I'll eat it for like 2 minutes and then I get fucking tired of it. I'm like, fuck this shit. This is nasty. What the fuck am I eating this fucking shit for? This is disgusting, and I don't like it. But I mean,
I'd say it's the only time I eat popcorn is going to the
same
theater.
here. I know there's people on my work, okay, there's people on my work that like every fucking break, I want to say every lunch break, they're eating popcorn. Like I could smell popcorn coming from the fucking break room because they're fucking making popcorn. And they'll like make it and eat it every fucking day. Every day.
without a gun to their head. They're just straight up.
They're just fucking
consuming it.
psychopaths eating fucking popcorn every fucking lunch break. I don't know.
Nobody's making them do it. They're just eating it. What the hell?
It's fucking weird, right? Like, just eating popcorn on your lunch break. Who the fuck just eats popcorn at home? I don't even remember the last time I bought popcorn to bring home.
I did buy like I'll drink like I will eat like I bought. It's not the super smallest bag ever, but it's like I think it's called Skinny Pop.
Okay.
And it's only because I'm like, okay, I'm just tired of eating like potato chips or Ruffles or Doritos or something, but it's not like the biggest bag ever. It will just kind of break up the monotony of whatever snack I'm eating. But then it's back to, Doritos and Ruffles and all that other good stuff.
Nice. Anyways. You can follow us on Twitter _HorribleGamers and let us know what your favorite Fast and Furious movie is. You can also leave us a review on iTunes. Go and rate us and review us on all the places you can review us and rate us. We do actually get to see those. So whenever you post one, I actually get an email telling me like, hey, motherfucker, this guy said you suck or this guy said you're awesome. And so let us know what you think of the show with the review. Join our Facebook group, Horrible Gamers Podcast Community. Is a close group on Facebook. That means anything you post in there stays in there. You can also like our page on Facebook, which pretty much is just memes and show links. And you can also support the show by heading over to Patreon at patreon.com/Horrible Gamers, or just search for Horrible Gamers in the search bar of patreon.com. And support the show with the monies like our friends, super friend, Leahy the Legendary D, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Pacharek, Chad Vader Holic, Henley M, Pork Chop Poo, Nipron, the best HGP host ever. I wonder who that is, Mayo. Adam Sunday, John Jerome, Evan the Grower, not a shower, Big D Tanaka, Jonathan Titan D Hall, and Bill Still Even the Biggest D Gardner II. Welcome. Thank you guys for
thank you guys
being Patreon machines. And quick shout out to Redbubble. You head on over to Redbubble, buy yourself some gear, Gunny. I know it's summertime, so you may want a nice water bottle, maybe a nice coaster to put that sweaty water bottle on. You know, the drinks get sweaty during the summer when you put ice in them. They get nice and sweaty. You need a coaster so they don't ruin your tables. Why not get yourself a nice coaster, Gunny?
Then what are you going to do? Your hand, you got to wipe the bottom, and then your hand is all moist. You don't want that.
Moist. You want a nice towel to clean off and dry off your hands. Get yourself a nice towel over at Redbubble. Just search for Horrible Gamers in there. Find our logo. Buy anything in that store and support the show with the monies as well. Head on over there and get yourself some gear today. Also, a big shout out to our friend Phantom Meg for the intro and outro music to the podcast. Yeah. Anyways, thank you, Ryan, for being here last week. Thank God you're not here this week. I'm glad. Fuck that guy. Thank you guys for having the show without me. It was fun listening to it. Anyways, I'm back, and it's time for video game talk. Gunny, I played some games in the past few weeks. Have you played some games the past few weeks?
I played a couple games. A couple decent games.
Well, tell me what you played first. Go ahead.
So I think I'll start with the most recent thing that I played, and that is Project Zomboid.
That's just a weird fucking name. But what is
so this? However the Steam sale works, I think they don't just go an one week. They'll go several weeks or a couple weeks, and I'm like, these games are so cheap. I just been wanting to buy them, and these are games that I can't get on Xbox or Game Pass or to that nature. So yeah, so this is a zombie survival isometrical. What would you even say? This is like 16-bit style type game that, I'm using mouse and keyboard and WASD, and it's working out pretty good so far. And one of the things that really sold me on this was it was only like $10.
Okay.
And that was that it's like you know, obviously you're going to have your your building, crafting, whacking zombies with baseball bats and stuff, but there's farming and fishing and all that good stuff. Yeah, there's lots of mods, and I was like, ooh, mods, that's a big seller for me. Only because when I was introduced to like a City Skylines thing, on PC, and I was like, oh my god, there's a gazillion mods I can try out, and that just adds so much more to the game. Yeah, so far I subscribe to a mod. I don't know how to activate it. Even though it's activated, I don't want to make it too easy, so I have died twice. I think the goal is to find yourself like a home or a base or whatever, collect stuff, make stuff. But other than that, like that's really as far as I've made it.
All right, so
I haven't really dug into this game. I've only gotten like maybe an hour and a half into it.
So does this game, do you have a group of survivors or is it just you alone?
I think it's you alone, but I think I don't know if there's any other AI characters in the game, but you can do this co-op, and I think it's with one other player.
Okay.
So you can either go solo or multiplayer or join a match is some of the options that I've seen.
Okay. Does it have any type of survival elements like stamina, health? Well, obviously it has health, but does it have like stamina, fucking hunger?
Yeah, so definitely hunger and thirst. I don't know, like, because there is like one of the things, like if you I will mention that in the tutorial, which is very short, by the way. Like when you jump in, I like how the game torments you, where it's very easy to follow along. Where it talks about, okay, WASD is how you move around, shit like that. I think it like says, oh, look at that, there's a fucking moldy rat in the corner. Go grab it. Now eat it. Wasn't that delicious? But at least you're not like starving to death anymore, aren't you? I think it talks about drinking toilet water to survive. Like, hey, motherfucker, like that's how you filled up your water bottle, with that toilet water right there. At least you're not dehydrating. Like I thought that was funny, and it was talking about like, okay, now go find the antidote, and then they were like, nah, bitch, there is no antidote. You just die. It's a zombie apocalypse. Everybody's dead. Good luck. And then the game kind of begins, and I was like, man, that was the best intro to a game with a tutorial. I love how that all came together. So yeah, I can't wait to play more and definitely mess with some mods, whether they either aid me in the game or just help me along to, because some things I think can just help you collect more things or collect things faster, but not so much, make it easier for you. If that makes sense at all.
Yeah.
So I try to start with those things.
It sounds really cool, man. I might buy this. If it's $10, I might check it out this week. I might buy it on Wednesday or Thursday. When I get paid, I'll buy it. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Nightron. I know I've seen him stream it a couple times, just the times that maybe he's streamed it a lot more, but I think it's one of those games where I look at it and I go, oh, this looks really like a very indie early access style type game. I think it is early access, but I don't think they ever plan on changing how the game looks or operates, but I definitely feel like it's something from early 2000 that you're going to be playing, even though it's a 2020 style type game, but yeah, it's just something different, yeah, I'm going to continue to play it, and I haven't figured out how the hell do I get over fences, man. I haven't figured that out yet. I went to Reddit, and they're like, yeah, just hold down the E button, but that doesn't get me over like a chain link fence, but maybe those I cannot. Okay. Yeah, so I've only, like I said, just kind of like just coming into the game.
I'll check it out.
Yeah. Another game that's also another survival crafting style type game that I talked about before, which was Green Hell. If I didn't mention last week that, or a couple weeks ago, that the game looks really good just on the 1070 Ti. Like, wow, it looks. So what I did was I lowered everything to medium settings, and I don't know, like I'm probably still only just getting, the 80 frames on my 1070 Ti, but it looks really good. Runs smooth, especially on this, 144 hertz monitor. But I haven't figured the game out yet. I will say that. The only thing I've really ever made, it's probably more of that Minecraft thing, Okay, you got a stick, you need 2 sticks, and you need a stone, then that's kind of like your axe to, break down little trees, to make a tent, to make, shelter, and but it is hardcore survival. There are no options that I saw that is going to make your game any easier, or keep you alive any longer. I'm sure there's plenty of tips and tricks out there, but nothing in the game options as far as that goes. If I didn't mention also I think one of the differences which sets it apart from other survival games is that it's almost got like this thing where it's like nutrients. I don't think you can eat like, a chicken or pork or whatever the hell animal you killed as far as like a meat or something, but you also have to have your fats, like your nuts or something like that. So you almost have to balance this,
What? You gotta balance this shit.
You have to balance it, I think. I'm pretty sure. So that's what it was explained to me, and I was like, okay, that's weird. But you do have like the smartwatch. You'll pull up the smartwatch and it'll say, I think that'll kind of say like, okay, you're not going to be eating any, carnivore or any meat right now because you need
what?
Something else. You need to eat your nuts or whatever the fuck it is it has you eating, like bugs or some shit, whatever those are good for, what am I thinking of here? Like your protein, right? Like, I'm like, okay, like I'm still trying to get past the part where I need to collect water, just to stay alive and stay hydrated. I haven't quite figured that out yet, or where I need to go. So, yeah, I think I've died from basically from dehydration each time. But there are like blueprints that you already have, or once you experience them or something, and then it just kind of gives you a blueprint of the things that you'll need to make things like, for example, coconuts, right? I need to take that tool, bust the coconut in half, and then when it rains, because it is an Amazon forest, it rains and then you collect water. So just make sure your base is near a water source so you can fish and, collect fish and collect water. I don't know. It's one of those. So again, it's got co-op. I'm not sure how many players can play it. I haven't played co-op yet. I know Leahy has it, and we do plan on getting together to do some co-op. But yeah, I think they're really just those 2 survival games is kind of what I've been playing.
Nice.
Anyway, besides that, Jesus, I've just been logging into my Elder Scrolls, my ESO online. I've just been claiming my dailies and upgrading my horse, but I haven't been technically playing the game. I've just been going on random quests. I haven't been following any storylines or hooking up with anybody. That is a game that's come a long way, I will say, Elder Scrolls. Let me back up here, Jesus. Let me back up. Green Hill. I've been playing on Steam. Sorry, Bo, I forgot to mention that. Again, that's with mouse and keyboard. And same thing with Project Zomboid. Again, mouse and keyboard, playing that on Steam. Now moving over to Xbox with a controller. I've been playing ESO. That's primarily, I play it on Game Pass, but I did buy it. I bought it initially when it first came out. And I think that game was $40 when it first came out. Now it's like in the $20 range. It's just not that free to play model. They still want you to pay the $20. But I'd say it's worth it. It's definitely, they've added so much over the last whatever it's been, 5-6 years. And yeah, I just keep grinding away on that game as much as possible. But yeah, that's all I've been playing. Haven't played much PlayStation. Little cloud gaming on the iPad and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
Play anything new?
I want to think about it. Have I played anything new? I don't think so. Besides Ratchet and Clank, really, nothing new. But
I did see that's getting an upgrade, by the way.
what, Ratchet and Clank?
Ratchet and Clank is getting that 120
Oh, the 120 hertz upgrade.
120 hertz upgrade. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That is coming soon.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyways, so besides playing Ratchet and Clank has been a fucking blast. That game it's really fucking good, dude. Like, it's just a lot of fun, and the characters are a lot of fun. The environments are really well done. Everything's just well done in that game. I'm not done with it yet. I'm going really slow with it, obviously, but it's just because I've been playing other stuff too. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank is one of the games that I have been playing, and I'm having a blast with it. And I like the characters. I like the chick. I forget her name. I know Ratchet is obviously Ratchet, but what the fuck is her name? It's like a Link or something like that. Clink, something. She's from one of the other fucking games. She's from a game on the PSP. I'm pretty sure. That's where the character is from. So she's from one of the PSP games. Or if it's not her, it's the guy with the visor. That's from the PSP games. One of them is from there, because I recognize them from somewhere. Anyways, fun enough Ratchet and Clank. No, it's cool. The whole Portal thing is cool. Everything's cool about that game. Play it if you have a PS5. If you don't, wait for it to come to the PS4, I guess, because it might.
Wait. What? I said this a couple weeks ago. I was kind of half joking on it, but do you think I might be onto something?
Well, I'm thinking if PS5 keeps selling the way it does, where they cannot sell enough to the people, where they cannot justify games being only made for that console, then yeah, I could see it coming to the PS4. The problem with the PS5, like people are saying, the games that were announced at E3 or whatever, or games that have been showcased recently, like God of War and shit, you'd figure that would be a PS5 exclusive just to sell consoles, but they can't get enough consoles out to people, so they know that they're losing a player base that's 100 million consoles. You know what I mean?
I don't think people realize. Can I bring something up really quick?
It's a lot of people playing the PS4s, dude. If you just block them all out from buying your fucking game, that's a lot of copies you're potentially not selling.
I don't think people realize that. Okay, let me try to simplify this with PlayStation, okay? Whatever that developer is or studio that makes God of War, I don't know the name of it, but whatever that studio is, right? It's a studio owned by Sony, blah blah blah, right? And let's take, for example, Sea of Thieves, okay? That's Rare. That's a Microsoft studio, okay? Now I'm sure when they come into these things where, and I know these might be two different things, but when they come in and they're talking to, the head of Xbox, Phil, and they're saying, hey, like, we're making this game, it's going to be Game Pass, blah, 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 right? We're going to sell this many copies on, not only on the, the One X and the Series X, and, it's going to be this family of consoles or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Because those numbers matter to them as a studio, right? For how many games are played on Game Pass and how many games are sold. I'm just making the assumption here even with God of War, right? With that studio, I think it's San Diego. Am I correct on that? Again, sure. Just going off the top of my head. But I'm thinking, like, okay, when they're coming to the head, the corporate people, and they're going like, okay, our situation is we've got, 100 million PS4s out there, and however many PS5s are on the market, I don't know.
Okay, they're saying that PS5 has sold how many consoles? Let's look it up real quick. I know it's
it's a large number, but...
So it's 8.5 million units already sold. 8.6 million.
Yeah.
But...
How many are active? They know this number.
With only 8.6 million sold, how many are actually active users?
Well, they know that. Sony knows the exact number. They can see it on the network, right?
Yep.
They can take those charts and share that with the team over in San Diego or whoever does God of War.
And they gotta be like, okay, so if half of these people are only playing Call of Duty or 2 million of these people are only playing Fortnite, that means that they probably won't buy God of War if we only put it on here. So how about let's fucking just put it on the PS4. Like, they see all the numbers. They do the math. There's people getting paid to just analyze this shit. And that's all they fucking do all goddamn day. All right? They just analyze shit. I have a friend of mine who he works in finance, right? He works in finance for Intel. Okay? I'm not going to drop his name because I don't want him to get in trouble. But he works for Intel. And this dude, he pretty much tells me that all he does is he works all day. And all he does all day is sit at a computer and look at spreadsheets. And all he does is he's just making sure that he's looking at spreadsheets and making sure the company that Intel is looking to buy out is a good buy. So he like looks at it and like he analyzes it. He says, okay, this company makes fucking whatever. They make this metal part. Okay. Does Intel need this metal part? Yes. Okay. How much does it cost Intel to buy it from them versus how much would it cost us to just buy the company and have it make it for us? So that's all he does all fucking day long is look at this shit, and then they approve it or disapprove of different companies, or they say, okay, maybe we could do this, but we need to lower the price of the company or offer them less money or offer this, that. That's all they fucking do. All him and all his coworkers. That's all they fucking do all day is analyze that. So I'm sure Sony has some group of people in their fucking company that all they do is analyze sequels and they like approve shit. They're like, okay, this game needs a sequel because it has so many people talking about it on social media. So we know that this many people are talking about it on Facebook. This many people are talking about it on Reddit. This many people have been chatting about it on Twitter. We've seen people make comments about it here and there. How much interest? Is there like a 20% interest in the game? Is there a 40% interest? Is there a 100% interest in the sequel? And they look at all that and they're like, okay, like, what do we do there, And then they just calculate all this shit. And that's how they come up with these numbers. And I'm pretty sure that's how they approve which consoles are going to get fucking sequels to their games and which ones aren't, And I think another thing that's really is pushing Sony to do this is Microsoft. Because Microsoft... That's a good
point. That is a good point.
Microsoft has made it pretty much fucking simple as shit to upgrade your console. You just literally plug and play. You don't have to transfer any cloud saves. That's one thing that I gotta say Microsoft does well over Sony is with Sony to transfer your cloud save, you have to upload your save from your PS4 to the cloud if you have PS Plus, and then on your PS5 re-download that save from the cloud if you have PS Plus to that PS5. So that's kind of how I did it for Ghost of Tsushima. But imagine if I had sold my PS4 before I bought my PS5, or if I had traded in my PS4 to buy my PS5 and I didn't know this. I didn't know that I had to upload the fucking save, and now when I go to fucking play the PS5 version of Ghost of Tsushima, it's fucking gone. That situation is probably going to happen to a lot of people that don't realize that they fucking need PlayStation Plus to have cloud saves enabled, and they only get a limited amount of space. I think on the PS cloud saves, I think they're 20 gig limit, or 2 gig limit. I'm gonna look this up real quick. The cloud save, PS Plus, so it's 100 gigabytes. Okay, wow, they must have increased that. So I know before it was only like 20 gigs. But yeah, anyways, it's just, that's kind of what it is. So, but yeah, that I'm just, in my head, I'm thinking they've been analyzing this, and they know that they got to make a sequel for the game, when they got to just put it on everything, because they're going to make more money that way. Because yeah, it's just the world we're in right now. COVID is kind of like, fucked the world up, and now we're barely recovering from it, and shit will get back to normal eventually. It's just gonna take a while, I think. you know?
Yeah.
It really is, man. Like it's gonna take a while. Like people think that everything's like in my state. We recently everything got lifted, all the restrictions and shit. So it was really awkward for me to go to the store the other day and I see like some people wearing masks and some people are just not wearing masks and some people are, and I'm like, the fuck, like
I think.
Like, what
Have you noticed, too, Jesus? I don't know how
weird.
it is down there, but so at my office, when I go into my office, my little warehouse, I have to wear a mask just like all the other employees. But outside of that, when I go to all my customers at every location, I don't have to wear the mask, but they do.
Yeah, that sucks.
Right? Yeah, I know, right? It feels weird. Like, as long as I'm not at my office, I can be at all the other locations where all the other... Well, now it's kind of changed. It just seems to be a week-by-week thing, where I noticed, like, now, last week, okay, so now, like, maybe 25% of employees are wearing it because it's optional for them or whatever.
Some people
I think it's...
I see some people still wearing them in public, and some people are not. I'm not. I mean, I've been vaccinated for months now, but fucking, like, some people are still wearing them. Some people aren't. Some people are wearing them because they're working. Some people aren't. I mean, to be honest with you, if I worked, like, in a public situation where I was a fucking cashier, I'd probably still wear one. Because you're dealing with so many people and so much shit all day long that you just don't know if some motherfucker has COVID and he's just walking around giving people COVID, and you don't fucking know, you know what I mean?
Right, especially with him or her handing you money, right?
Yeah.
And you're taking that money and...
Not just money, but you're grabbing all their stuff. When you're a cashier, like at a fucking Walmart or a fucking convenience store, anywhere, you're grabbing the stuff they just touched. You don't know where their hands were before they walked into the store. They could have been picking their nose. They could have been grabbing their fucking nuts.
Picking their butt.
I don't know, scratching their ass. I don't know what they were doing with their hands. And you're touching that shit. They were just handling in the fucking store, So now you're grabbing it after they just grabbed it, when you don't know if they have fucking COVID and they were picking their fucking nose or whatever. And now you have been exposed to that shit, It's a lot of what ifs, but it could happen. That's how fucking normal diseases spread, like colds and shit, Like the normal fucking flu.
Right, cold and flu.
That's exactly how it spreads. People just don't wash their fucking hands, and they're dirty. People are fucking dirty. That's all I'm saying, man. God damn it.
They are filthy and disgusting vermins out there, for sure.
Exactly. People are fucking dirty, all right? If people were fucking clean, fucking hand sanitizer would always be sold out. It wouldn't just be during a fucking pandemic, okay?
That's true. Yeah.
If people were damn fucking clean, hand sanitizer would never be in stock, because it just wouldn't ever be in stock because they wouldn't be able to make enough ever. But people are not clean, and that's why that shit was always in stock before. And all of a sudden a pandemic came around, and everyone, I need to go buy all the toilet paper and all the hand sanitizer there is.
I know. All the people that never used it before, I'm like, great, now I can't wipe my ass because I can't. I ain't no goddamn toilet paper.
Exactly. God damn it, you motherfucker. But anyways, speaking of video games, I've been playing some Ratchet and Clank. I've been playing some more Mass Effect, so I've been doing a lot of the loyalty missions for the characters. I just finished Jack's mission where we go back to that fucking Cerberus facility, and she talks about the shit that happened there. Like, a lot of the stuff I do not remember playing in Mass Effect 2 before, but I gotta say, Mass Effect 2, I played it in 2013 before Mass Effect 3 came out. So it's been like 8 fucking years. So it's cool seeing all this stuff, because it's like, I know I've probably played it before, and I do recognize some stuff, but a lot of it is new to me. Like, it's like, oh wow, like this story is really fucking good. I'm like, god damn, this is sad. Like, holy shit, like this happened to little kids. Like, fuck, this is messed up from Cerberus, But then you realize, like, was it really Cerberus or was it somebody else? What's going on here? And then you kind of learn all this shit about Jack, and you learn about Miranda. I think I did the mission, the last one I did before I turned off my PS5 the other day was the loyalty mission for Miranda, where you have to go help her. It's her twin, but not really her twin. Like, I don't know how she explained it. She said that it was her twin. Genetically, she's the same as her, but Miranda has been enhanced by Cerberus. Like, Miranda obviously has like powers and shit, she has the biotic powers. So she's like saying that she's been enhanced, but the other girl is like the original version of her or whatever. Like, she's the one they copied or whatever.
Damn, no wonder I didn't recognize it, because I never did Miranda's her story or whatever, her side.
Her loyalty mission. That mission was really cool.
Yeah.
Then I did the mission where I got Saeed, which is the lizard guy. That's like the assassin lizard guy. I did that mission. That mission was really fucking cool. It's just a bunch of missions, a bunch of different things that I've been doing all the loyalty missions. So I got most of the crew. I think I did Tally's as well, where you go and defend her and her she's being accused of treason or the flotilla or whatever. And at the end of that one, I kind of felt kind of like iffy, you know, because like if she told the truth, her dad would have been like posthumously, he would have been kicked out of the flotilla, like he would have been labeled a traitor at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But like she didn't want you to do that to her dad because that would like ruin his legacy and his name, and she didn't want that for him, even though he's dead. And I'm sitting there thinking like, that motherfucker's dead. Fuck him. Worry about yourself, Tally. But you know what? At the end of the day, I ended up listening to her because she was like, "Don't do it, Shepard. Like fucking lie and say we didn't find any evidence of like any, like it was my, like blame me for it. You know, blame me that all this happened." And I was like, man, fuck.
I think that's what I did.
Like, I guess I'll just blame
8 years ago or 6 years ago.
They end up exiling her from the flotilla. Like they label her. They pretty much, they would have labeled what they would have labeled her dad, which is a traitor and shit. That's what they label her as. They say, okay, you're a traitor to the flotilla. You cannot ever come back. You've been exiled, pretty much, you know. And that's like, oh man, this is fucked up, you know, because all she cares about is that stupid fucking flotilla. You know what I mean? That's all she gives a fuck about during the whole game. That's all she ever talks about is her people or whatever. And for them to exile her just because she doesn't want her dad to look bad after they found out the truth, that's fucked up. You know?
Yeah.
I got a background noise there, Gunny. Who's talking back there? What's going on? The fuck's going on, Gunny? God damn it. Go tell him to shut up. God. The fucking Gunny over there getting back. First it was birds, now it's people talking. God damn it, you Gunny. Anyways, Gunny went to go, oh wow, Gunny's over there fucking, wow, Gunny.
I'm out here closing doors, you know, because I had birds last week, and now I've got people over here just yelling and yapping on about stuff that are not video game related.
Yeah, I know, right? God, fuck.
But damn, I was getting into that, like, so yeah, I'm halfway through Mass Effect 1. I kind of put it down after a few weeks of when that Legendary Edition came out, and I'm like, man, I just need more time. I want to go back and, I just need more time to go back and play that freaking game.
That game looks incredible, man. Like, people keep saying those are 360 graphics. I'm not convinced. Those had to have been touched.
No, they're
fucking.
You'd have to play it to see it. It's different. I know 360 graphics.
This is not 360, bro. This looks like a current gen fucking game. You could have released this last week or early this generation. You could have released this last year in December next to Cyberpunk.
Oh, you know what?
Like, this game is a current gen game.
You know what it reminds me of? Okay, here's a good example. Is Crackdown. Was it Crackdown 2? They kind of, when Xbox did their enhancements to it, maybe that's a good example of maybe a little bit better than Crackdown 2. I know I'm not talking about like in game, you know, like what game got the better, higher score or whatever, or rating, but no, just if you remember, if you ever played the enhanced version of Crackdown 2.
No, I never have.
Yeah, it would be this. I would equal that out to the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, especially number 1.
It looks fucking good. The second game looks incredible. It looks way better than the first one. It looks fucking like really, 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 really fucking good. And I've been doing all the little stupid side missions. Like, I've been doing dumb little shit. Like, I'll find something, and then I'll be like, hey, you found this fucking picture of somebody. Like, go give it to someone that's looking for this picture. And I'm like, who's looking for a fucking picture? So I run around the whole fucking map just to find the one person that's looking for the fucking picture. I'm like, hey, I found this in the cargo hold after I shot 300 people, and I found it down there. Here you go. Merry Christmas. And they're like, oh, a picture of my dog. Hey, that was memorable.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, it's a picture of my dog. Thank you. I've been looking for this picture of my dog all day. You know, say, oh, here you go. Commander Shepard at your service. But yeah, man, lots of fun. Lots of fun there. Lots of fun. And I like the upgrades. The upgrades you could do to your character, like all the armor upgrades and the gun damage upgrades. I've been fucking doing all those. I don't like probing the planets at fucking launch probe because you run out of probes. You run out of probes after like 20 probes or 30 of them. It's so little of them. Sometimes it feels like you run out and you have to go all the way back to the other, buy some more, go all the way back. It's like, fuck, dude. Can you just like...
Wasn't there? I know in Mass Effect 3 they sped it up. Right? There was like a speed up option, and then
something.
But I'm just curious. Like that was the question I had maybe for you. So in the Legendary Edition in Mass Effect 2, were they able to speed it up, or is that something they couldn't do?
It's the same. It's the same shit as the game ever was. You launch it, it lands. It's whenever you scan, you launch, you scan, scanning, launch probe launch, probe launch, probe launched, probe launch. That's all she says. Probe launch.
Yeah.
Probe launched. So okay, yeah, probe has been okay. Cool, bro. It's been launched. Fucking A, man. God damn it. But yeah, I'm playing lots of Mass Effect.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, anomaly found. I found something during the scan of this planet, Shepard. One thing I do like about the game, though, that's really cool, because all the DLC's included, right? So what's really cool that they've done here is they've incorporated all the DLC, kind of like just it's in there. Like you don't even know you're gonna do a DLC mission, and next thing you know, you're doing a DLC mission. Like that's really cool. Whereas before you had to click the DLC and you had to like you already beat the game, and you know that if you do these are the DLC missions. You kind of like knew that, you know what I mean? Whereas now it's just kind of part of the story. It almost seems like it's just flowing, you know what I mean? It's just going, you know.
It feels cohesive for sure.
It feels like how I played The Witcher. Like everyone talks about The Witcher and the expansions. Well, the way I played The Witcher, it just kind of flowed. Like it was just, I knew I was sort of playing maybe an expansion, but I just didn't really know I was in there until like someone told me, "Oh, that's the expansion you're playing." And I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought I was playing part of the fucking story." Like they're like, "Well, yeah, it's part of the story, but it's an expansion." I'm like, "Oh, well, that's cool," you know. And like that's kind of what happened with me with Witcher 3, where it's kind of what's happening to me now with Mass Effect 2 Remastered or Legendary or whatever. It's kind of like all flow, and I can't wait to get to Mass Effect 3 to see how all that DLC flows together. Because I know Mass Effect 3 has some pretty cool DLC as well. But yeah, looking forward to playing some more of that, playing some more Mass Effect. Yeah. Man, I met that Justicar chick. I completely forgot about the Justicar. The Justicar, she's fucking badass, dude. Everyone's scared of her and shit. I'm like, this is a bad fucking... I want to have sex with this alien. I want to fuck this alien. Yeah! Woo!
How do you do that? You're going to definitely do her loyalty mission.
I want to do her loyalty, all the loyalty missions for her. She just seems like some badass fucking bad motherfucker, dude. Like no one fucks with her, you know what I mean? She's like some weird... She's one of those blue aliens. I forget. You know the blue ones, like Liara.
Man, those are hard to kill.
Yeah. She's one of those motherfuckers, but she's like a real badass one. She's called the Justicar. What the fuck is a Justicar? Like I think they're like some kind of like police or something. It's almost a Justicar. So a Justicar Gunny is an Asari who has forsworn having any children and family and have given up all their worldly possessions aside from their weapons and their armor. After they swear themselves to the code of the Justicars, they wander the Asari space, righting any wrongs as defined by their unwavering code of justice. So, yeah, they're kind of like a space cop. It's like a space mercenary cop.
You'll be trying to get you a G.I. Jane over there.
Yeah, I'm trying to have sex with all the crew, man. I'm trying to bang the Jack chick. And then Jack and then Miranda, but you can't do them all. Like, Commander Shepard needs to be a fucking man whore, man. Come on. God.
Gigolo.
You're going to give me no options here for that. Some bullshit.
Then next playthrough, it'll be FemShep. You can go the other way.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, so yeah, that's Mass Effect. It's Mass Effect.
Damn. Oh, you know what else I played, Jesus? I don't know what was it? I talked about it last week and I ended up playing it. It was Need for Speed. It was Hot Pursuit, I think it was.
Most Wanted?
Was it Most Wanted? Yeah. That's what it was. That was the one that was on Game Pass.
The
and
remastered?
it's actually pretty good.
Hell yeah, it is, bro. Like I love that game, man. When it was on the Xbox One, I beat all of it, and I sort of tried it on the PC, and on the PC is kind of. I want to check it out again because maybe it has crossplay. I don't know if it does or not. But But hopefully there's more players if I try it out again. Because I know it's on Game Pass. And I played it on the PC, and it looked fucking really good on the... I was like, fuck, this game looks good on the PC. It looked good on the Xbox, but... The fucking game is fun, dude. As a cop, you could fucking call in some cool shit, you know?
So I'm just playing through the story mode. And... so I'm playing this on the Xbox Series S. Yeah. And, yeah, it looks fine. It's... What is it called? It's Need for Speed Most Wanted Remastered?
Hot Pursuit. Hot Pursuit. Damn, I get those two mixed up. Yeah. But yeah, it's almost like an every other, like where you can, you can click on, this time I'm going to be the cop. Okay, and then, it kind of shows your times of how fast you were of getting through the match, or through the map, but it's more, like each track is like, some of them are kind of recycled, right? Because it is an older game, but yeah, it's good to like I'll get halfway through and I'll wreck my car or something, then I'll complete it and then I'll go back and retry it again because it does kind of show how you stack up against your friends and their times that are listed on there. Yeah, unlocking the cop cars,
little shortcuts and stuff. It almost reminds me of like a Ridge Racer style type game.
That game is game is really good. I like it.
Yeah, you get other cars.
We need to play Gunny, and we need to play as the cops and fuck people up. Because you can play,
I haven't played multiplayer yet.
You can play multiplayer, and all you do is pretty much everyone's doing like their story missions or their. Yeah, there's people doing like story missions, and there's people doing like normal multiplayer fucking racing and shit. And all you do as a cop is fuck with all the people racing. So like there'll be people racing in a race, and they'll like. All of a sudden, you can see them on the map, and you can like be like, "I'm gonna go chase you," so you can like kind of see the path they're going. You can see the road that they're taking. You'll be like, "I'm gonna cut this guy off." And as a cop, you just fucking haul ass over there. And next thing you know, you fucking if they fly past you, you could turn on your fucking lights, like your cop lights or whatever, your siren and shit. And next thing you know, that initiates a pursuit. And now those people have to finish their race on top of losing you, so they have to like. Fucking lose you and win their race, so now it's kind of like it's a hot pursuit, Gunny, some would say.
Yeah, hit that turbo.
It's a fun game. And as a cop, you can call in like helicopters, you can call in roadblocks, you can call in other shit, like pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I've gotten a few of those where you can do the roadblock thing.
Yeah.
But then that's kind of predictable too, but I guess it depends on where you are with the other cars, but I felt like it was easy to get around the police cars.
Well, they are. I mean, it's not hard to get it, but like eventually you can unlock like really cool shit, like spike strips, like I think like more advanced shit, like better roadblocks and better like helicopters.
Yeah, they did have the EMP drops. You can or the spike strips. Is that what they were, or the EMP things you drop out of the bottom of your car and blap, there goes the cop. He's gone.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways,
in first place.
I play as the cops in that game. I played as the racer like a few times. I didn't like it. It was kind of stupid. But as the cop, fuck yeah, you fuck people up. Hell yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna play some more of that because that is crossplay. So I need to get back on that. Let's see what I'm crossplay
and
with
again,
the Switch.
It's solid. Like everything feels tight and
It's arcadey. That's why it's not a Forza fucking type. It's like a arcadey as fuck, but it's fun.
No, what was that game that came out with?
Fun, motherfucker.
Was it Rivals that came out that came out with Xbox One back in the day?
I don't know.
That game was garbage. I know you liked it. I thought it was crap.
I don't know, man.
Might have been Rivals.
Anyways, what the fuck else have I been playing? Oh, well, what the fuck? I've been playing lots of Chivalry, too.
Oh yeah,
Chivalry 2. That game is fucking dope, dude. So I finally unlocked a really cool armor set that I wanted. It was like it's the Kingsguard for the Agatha team, and for the Masons, it's a rustic knight. So it's pretty much like some gold plated. Like if you're on the Agatha team, you look like a Kingsguard. You look like fucking nice gold plated fucking armor and shit. And as the Masons or whatever, you look like a badass knight, like some top knight. Some top tier night shit. But yeah, dude, that game. Okay, let me tell you something, Gunny. I've never seen a more racist chat at 3 a.m. than I did last night. That game Need some fucking moderation on it. Like, I don't know how to turn off the chat. So, like, this chat was just fucking going, dude. And these motherfuckers were racist. I'm talking, I've seen some racist shit. These motherfuckers are super racist. All right? It was pretty bad. I mean, there was a few people in there kind of telling them to shut the fuck up. But it kind of brought out even more of the racism in the fucking chat. So there was like, at first there was really like one guy who called, his gamer tag was like Jew Master 9000 or some fucking shit like that, right? But all he would talk shit about is, you guessed it, Jewish people. So that's all he would do. Every single match, it was just talking something about Jewish people, something about Jews and Nazis, something about the Holocaust. He was just bringing constant shit up, right? Someone told him to shut the fuck up. What did that do? That pretty much just made his friends start talking about it too. And they started talking about more shit. And then, there was like 10 people in the chat talking about just all kinds of stuff. Black Lives Matter, fucking how George Floyd killed himself. The cop didn't fucking... I was like, God damn, you fucking idiots. It pissed me off. It really did.
The whole point for video games such as this one and 1,000 others is to get away from all that stuff.
It was bad. It was just bad, dude. And this was like a West Coast server, and I was playing on, just to get the low ping. But I had to leave after a certain point. I was like, I'm just done with it. I'm not dealing with this. I'm not fucking reading this chat up. I'm tired of reading this racist shit. But besides that, the game is fun. The game is, you're just killing people with swords and spears and shields. And what's really awesome about this game, Gunny, is when you somehow tie all your attacks together to like you go in a room and you just tie all your attacks together so well that it's like almost like it's choreographed like a fucking movie scene. It's what it feels like when you're like, because dude, the other day I was fighting, right? And I run into this room where there was these two guys in there. They're obviously the other team. I was by myself, and this guy's blocking, right? Like, I see him holding up his sword, trying to block my hits. So I punch him in the face, like, because you can jab people and you can kick. And that kind of, like, throws off their blocking, kind of staggers him a little bit. So I punched the dude in the fucking face with my fist. I stabbed him, and then his buddy came at me to hit me from the side. They're trying to double team me or whatever. And usually in this game, when you're double team, you're pretty much dead. But with my guy, like, somehow I did this. I don't know how, but I swung my sword, and it hit that dude's sword as his was coming down, and it did that whole sword on sword sliding shit, like ching, like kind of like threw his sword off, kind of blocked him, and like it was like a fucking action movie, dude. Like, I punched dude in the face, make him fall back a little bit, stab him a little bit. His buddy comes up to fucking kill me. I fucking swing my sword as he's swinging his sword, some lightsaber Jedi type shit right here, right? It's fucking swords are sliding, like ching, fucking swords are sliding. You hear that fucking noise, because the game has really pretty cool audio. You hear that noise, and next thing you know, I fucking kick him, and then I fucking stab him, and I fucking chop his fucking arm off, and then I go back to his other buddy and stab him in the fucking chest, and then I fucking kill him, and then I kill his other buddy that walks into the room. It was like a fucking movie scene. I felt like fucking John Wick. I didn't even know how I pulled that off. I'm like, how the fuck did I just pull this like insane fucking cool ass looking combo off? I don't even know how, dude. It was fucking sick. And I was like, hell yeah. I was like, man, these are the moments I wish I was fucking recording this shit, man. Because that was...
You type in the chat, dumbass noobs.
It was sick. That match, dude, I was top player on my team. I was like... I think I ended up getting like 32 kills and I died 9 times. So I was pretty much fucking cleaning house, dude. I was fucking them up. I don't know what it was about that server or what happened there. They must have put me with the new players or something. I don't fucking know, dude. But I was fucking these players up, Gunny, alright? These dudes didn't stand a chance playing against us. They were just getting fucking wrecked. And I did a lot of the killing. I fucking murdered these guys. I was fucking them all up, dude. I would go in and like chop people's heads off, because in this game there's a lot of dismemberment. So like, you could be in the middle of a fucking fight and somebody swings their sword and they hit your hand flies off, and next thing you know, you're like bleeding out and you don't have any more swords or any more weapons because you don't have any hand. And you're just running around like, you're trying to punch people till you bleed out, But they can also happen to like your whole arm. They could just chop your hand off, your whole arm, half your arm. They could chop your head off. You know, if somebody hits you just right, you can hit you on the neck and just chop your fucking head off. That happens quite a bit. Lots of things happen in this game. This game is a lot of fun. It's just a lot of fucking stupid fun. It was a fucking blast playing it the other day, and I've been playing a lot of it just to rank up a little bit. I did notice one of the community members was actually playing with me. They were being really quiet. They didn't say nothing to me. But I noticed you, buddy. I saw you. I saw him in the scoreboard. I was like, I know that name. I know that gamer tag. And I was like, oh, that's a community member. Nice. They were playing with me last night in the racist chat room. They could probably attest to how racist that shit was. It was pretty bad. But other than that game is fucking dope, dude. That game is sick. I can't wait to like people like make new mods for it. Like I want a Game of Thrones mod, you know, like some fucking Game of Thrones shit in that motherfucker, dude. I want to be in that fucking Battle of the Bastards type shit. I want to be in motherfucking. I want to be in the Red Wedding type shit. I want to be in shit like that, motherfucker, where I'm murdering people at their fucking wedding. You know, I'm fucking murdering everyone. Yeah, fuck yeah. Right? I want to hear all kinds of cool shit. Yeah, I want to fucking slaughter people. Yeah, woo. That game is fucking good, man. It's a lot of fucking fun. I've been playing the shit out of that. That's a lot of my gaming time has gone to that fucking game. That game is just too fucking good. So besides Chivalry 2, and besides Mass Effect and Ratchet and Clank, really, what the fuck else have I been playing? I really haven't been playing much else that I can think of. Last night, actually, up to like 3 in the morning. It was like 3:30 in the morning. Ended up playing some Civilization 6. Thanks to Iams, he gave me the gold edition of the game, which I don't know what that gives me. It gave me some expansion. I'm not sure which one. I'm pretty sure it was the last 2 that came out. The something with the weather, and then the other one that has to do something with something else. Something about floods and something. I don't know. It was something about flooding and volcanoes and earthquakes. I don't know. I'm just playing the base game. Started a new game last night, kind of playing it on easy mode just to get my, because Civ 6 is really confusing to me sometimes. Like, it's really easy sometimes, and sometimes it's really hard. Last night, I was just on top of it, and it was really easy for me. So I was kicking, who I'm playing as the Americans. Fuck yeah. And I pretty much, the map that I picked was Earth. So, like, you can pick different types of maps, of course. I picked Earth. I'm on the continent of Africa. That's where my character spawned in the beginning, so I had to set up my capital right away there. So I'm on the continent of Africa. I pretty much conquered most of it, except for the southern tip of it, where the fucking Australians are at, Gunny. Those fucking Aussies. All right, those motherfuckers are down there.
G'day, mate. How are ya?
All right, but the Aussies.
In my bloody land.
See, I don't know about these motherfuckers, right? Because they're like right next to one of my big cities down there, and I have a kind of like all these cities that I've been kind of like, building left and right. I've been kind of blocking. I blocked off. So most of the north of Africa is mine. I have 3 major cities up there, and like my capital, Washington, and I have one of the city-states up there that's kind of mine. Like I'm the suzerain of it or whatever. Like I'm the guy that runs it. Like I can pay them money and they'll give me their military for like 40 turns or whatever. Like I could do that. I could take control of their military and shit. Like I'm the suzerain of that city-state. So they're kind of like like there's city-states in this game where like these are cities that are like not civilized. They're not civilizations, but they're like their own city type. Like we're just doing our own thing, whatever. They can actually declare war on you and become your allies and all that shit. So I'm the main ally of this city-state that's in the north with me. So I'm just kind of let them be. I don't really fuck with them. But the fucking Aussies, man. They keep requesting that I open up my borders to them. They're like, hey, mate, you want to open up your borders? We'll pay you money. I'm like, fuck you, motherfucker. Closed borders. We're not going to open our fucking borders.
We got some kangaroo and them crocodiles, eh?
They want
to sell you some.
They want me to open my fucking border to them. Motherfucker, I'm not going to open up the border to you, you fucking Aussies.
They're going to declare war on you, mate.
I'll declare war on those motherfuckers, okay? All right, listen. And then I was, playing. And who was it? The fucking Aztecs, right? They meet me. Like my scout finds them or whatever, right? So it's cool. The Aztecs are being cool, and like I'm making a lot of gold and I'm building up a lot of shit in my cities. Next thing you know, the Aztecs declare war on me. They formally declare war on me, but they don't really have any troops near me and they can't really get to me. So they kind of just declare war on me, but they're like, whatever, it's kind of like a bullshit war. Like, we're at war with you, but we can't really do shit to you, so we're just going to declare war on you.
But early on, we don't like you.
We don't like you, pretty much. And what happens? The other fucking bitch, I forget her name. I forget where she's from. She's from some I don't know what country or what civilization she's from. It's like some African civilization, I think. But she fucking declared war on me because she's allies with the stupid Aztecs, right? Because they're like kind of together in the same area of the map. And I go and I fucking take over her town, like this fucking city she has. But my military is too weak to take over her capital. Like, her capital is just fucking overwhelmingly fucking strong. She has like a lot of units there. Shit's like super advanced tech. I'm like, oh, like not super advanced tech, but like her army is a little bit slightly better than mine. Just slightly better than mine. Like, somehow I took over that one city just because I think I threw a bunch of troops at it right out the gate, And I think she wasn't expecting me to get there that fast. And I just fucking kept throwing soldiers at the fucking wall till I fucking killed everyone and then took over. But, so then we declared peace with her, because I was like, I cannot fight 2 wars at once. So I'm going to declare peace with her. I made her pay me like all of her gold. She gave me all of her gold, and then she gives me like 6 gold every fucking turn for the next 40 turns or whatever. So then we declare peace. And then I turn my focus to the fucking Aztecs, and I take over 2 other cities, man. But that last city, their capital is pretty strong. Like, I'm going to need a lot of heavy shit to take over that fucking capital. So pretty much what I did is I took over 2 other smaller cities next to the capital, and I've declared peace with them. Like, I offered them peace. I told them, you give me so many gold per turn and a little bit of, your gold out of your reserves right now, and we could be cool. They said, okay. So now I got 2 cities next to their capital. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to build roads to those cities, build up my army, Gunny, and when they least expect it, declare war on those motherfuckers and take them out. Yeah! Fuck yeah, America!
And then it's a strength in numbers situation.
Yeah, motherfucker, because I'm building up my military right now, so I got like all these fucking units being made. I got fucking knights and shit being made. I got fucking like all this shit being like, I'm building up cities now, Gunny. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand to all of Africa. The Australians don't know this, but I'm going to take over Australia eventually. They don't know this yet, but I will take over those motherfuckers. But I'm taking over the north part of Africa, so I'm settling cities all around so other nations cannot settle there.
You're a tyrant, mate. You're a fucking tyrant. It's madness.
And I'm going to take over, I took over pretty much India, that kind of part of the fucking world there. And I'm going to, like, right now I'm heading kind of like to the east to China almost, like I'm heading that way where the Aztecs are. I'm going to take those motherfuckers out. Fuck the Aztecs, bunch of bitches. Take those.
Wait, they're over there trying to help you out. You're just like a backstabbing bitch, aren't you?
No, the Aztecs are the assholes that declared war on me at first.
Never mind.
I was living a peaceful life where my peoples were peaceful. We were all peaceful, Gunny. We're just chilling, living our life, just trying to be cool with everyone. We're killing barbarians all left and right. Yes, we're killing barbarians, but they're fucking barbarians. No one needs those guys around. But these fucking assholes, the Aztecs, they're just like, fuck you. You got too much gold. We want it. So we declare war on you. The problem is that I have a lot of gold compared to them. I have like 2,000 gold while they have like hundreds of gold. So like if I need a unit to be built in the city, I can build them like by paying gold. You know what I mean? You could just, and if I need to leverage the military of one of the city states, I could do that. I could pay them to give me their military. Now I have a whole fucking army that I can just send over there and fuck them up. So yeah, Gunny.
Because money talks. That's why.
Money talks in the world. Yeah. So yeah, I'm looking forward to playing some more Civ 6. That game is a lot of fucking fun. Just that game is so good, so fucking good. But yeah. Other than that, I haven't really played much else. I was looking at my Steam sale thing. It was a really weird. It's a weird sale because like when it started, it said like pick something you like as a genre. And I was like, okay, well, RPG. All right. Okay, here's a list of a bunch of RPG games. Like, these are all on sale. I'm like, okay, well, what about the other games that could have been on sale that are action games or something? Like, oh, no, we're only going to show you these games now. And it's like, okay, it's a little fucking weird, man, but okay.
Is that part of the queue or whatever, the way it shows it to you?
Something like, I don't know what it was. It was a queue, and there was something else that was just showing me, like, RPG games. And another thing showed me only strategy games. And it was like, these are all strategy games on sale. And I'm like, okay, like, well, what about, like, the normal games? And there was some weird games in the strategy section, like that Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, that VR game. That was under strategy. And I don't know if that's a strategy game. That seems more like a survival action game. Because you're in VR. I don't know. Anyways, Gunny, let's move on here. Since
be some news.
I'm done with what I've been playing. Let's go to some news.
We got some news.
It's news time.
Breaking news.
Let's get into some news, ladies and gentlemen. We got some news for y'all. So, oh no, not you. I don't want Cortana. What the fuck's going on here? Why is Cortana even still a part of Windows?
What? Is she? I don't think so.
She's still here on my thing.
Not on my Windows 10.
Oh, let me turn that off. Okay, now I turned it off. Show Cortana button off. Alright. Anyway, let's move to some news. It's news time. Got some Atari news for you Atari nerds out there.
Atari, new VCS stuff going on or what?
No.
Is there a VCS Plus? Is that what's up? Or some kind of pro version of it? Okay, I'm guessing. Just go ahead and read it. I'm already excited.
OLED. Atari will move away from mobile and free-to-play games in favor of a strong pipeline of premium games for PC and consoles, the company announced yesterday. All right, Gunny, hi. You excited about that announcement? We're moving away from mobile.
It's almost like I do like it when a company wants to work more on the PC side of things, whether it's coming out on, rather than mobile, because I don't get to play mobile stuff that often. I'd rather play PC games.
All right, listen, Gunny.
That is my thing.
The current mobile offerings include Atari Combat Tank Fury. That's the whole name of the game, Atari Combat Tank Fury. And Atari Combat Ninja Fury. Those are two different games, and they will be discontinued. Okay? Or sold off to a different company. They said, we'll sell you the rights to these games. You can keep running them or whatever. Or we're just going to shut them down. So if we can't sell them, we'll just shut them down. While successful games with a loyal user base will be allowed to stick around. So we're going to sell off or kill off our shitty games. And keep the good ones running. Okay, guys? That sounds like a solid fucking plan. The first games following this model already in development, according to Atari's statement, and will release during the current financial year ending in April 2022. There's no word on what these might be, but Atari intends to leverage its catalog of 200 proprietary games, so they'll probably be familiar titles. Meanwhile, the company will exit its Atari casino business in Africa, which specializes in gambling titles. It will also scale down its TV interest. Says her, quote, "Our intent with any gaming experience is to provide accessible and joyful moments of meaningful play. That's the core of Atari and what binds our history with our future. To that end, we feel that premium gaming is better representative of this type of gaming experience and the Atari DNA. Despite this new focus on premium gaming, we will remain committed to growing and expanding our successful free-to-play games that we have in the market." Says here, Atari has split its company into two divisions back in April. One's called Atari Gaming and one's called Atari Blockchain. The latter is focusing on the immersive possibilities of crypto and blockchain-enabled games, as well as opportunities around NFTs. And there's also a plan to build Atari hotels, Gunny.
What?
Yes. apparently they're working with some hotel company where they're gonna license the Atari name and build Atari hotels around the world. But that Gunny, maybe that movie. What's that fucking movie? That future movie, Blade Runner. Maybe we'll get to see big buildings with Atari logos on them, Gunny. Big buildings in the future with big Atari logos.
Cyberpunk style.
Yeah, woo! Cyberpunk's coming true, woo!
What's this? What's the blockchain? What the hell is that? Isn't that some scam, weird thing going on with? Isn't that a blockchain? No, blockchain is not. What am I thinking of? Is it cryptocurrency?
Yes, sort of. Yes.
Sorry, I had that mixed up. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So let's read the definition of a blockchain, Gunny. A blockchain is a specific type of database, Gunny. It differs from a typical database in the way that it stores information. Blockchains will store data in blocks that are then, guess what? Guess what they're done with then? What would a blockchain? What would happen there, Gunny? This is data stored in blocks that then gets
deleted.
Chained, Gunny, chained.
I don't know.
It's a fucking blockchain. They get chained together. As new data comes in, it's entered into a fresh block. Once the block is filled with the data, it is then chained onto the previous block, which makes the data chain together in chronological order. Different types of information can be stored on a blockchain, but the most common use of it so far has been for ledgers of transactions, aka crypto. In Bitcoin's case, blockchain is used in a decentralized way so that no single person or group or government has control. Rather, all the users that are using that blockchain have the control of the blockchain. Decentralized blockchains are immutable, which means that the data that is entered is not reversible, Gunny. So it's all irreversible, okay? All of it is irreversible, Gunny. For Bitcoin, this means that any transaction is permanently recorded and viewable to anyone in the world. So yes, there's actually a website you can go to. Pretty much all the big crypto sites. You can actually sit there and watch live transactions being made for any crypto in the world, Gunny. I'm talking anything like Bitcoin, Dogecoin, fucking anything, Ether, fucking whatever crypto it is. It's all there, and you can actually look at ledgers and see, okay, this wallet owns fucking $4 million worth of Bitcoin. This wallet has 50 million. This wallet has 10 million. This wallet has 1 billion. This wallet, whatever. You can see like the different values of everything, and it's all there, dude. So now you know what a blockchain is, Gunny. It's not a scam.
Okay.
Gunny.
I thought it was, but apparently not.
I mean, apparently Atari wants to get into making cryptocurrencies or something. I don't know. Would you buy Atari crypto, Gunny?
I don't know if I'd buy any kind of crypto. I'm not even sure. I know my kid talks about it, but he's 15, going on 16, so
yeah,
too old for that stuff, man.
Crypto is the future, man. Even though I lost a lot of money in crypto recently. Recently, the market crashed, dude, and a lot of it has to do with China. Pretty much, China. What they've done recently is they've. Okay, so first, a few months, like last year or the year before or something, China announced that they were going to move their government money, like the money of China or whatever the fuck money is. I don't know what it's called. What's Chinese currency is called?
Yen? But I don't know.
Maybe.
Yen?
No, isn't yen Japanese?
I don't know.
Let me look at what's the Chinese dollar called? The renminbi. Renminbi.
The who? Okay, I'll go with that.
Renminbi is what it's called.
Sure.
It's a yuan. So 1 Chinese yuan equals 0.15 US dollars. Okay. 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 Oh yeah, it says it comes by 2 names, Gunny. You were right. One of it's called the yuan. Not the yen. You were wrong because the yen is Japanese. One's called.
Okay. I knew it was. Yeah.
One's called the yuan, and then the other one's called the People's Renminbi. What the fuck?
Sound like a
it's like a fucking
Nintendo character you're calling out. Oh, wait, we're still going back to Japanese over here. Okay.
This is like a fucking food plate or something. Anyways, So a couple years ago, right, the government announced that it was going to move their entire currency, all of it, Gunny, to digital. All of it. We're moving everything to digital. And then they said, oh, you know what? We're going to use cryptocurrency instead of our money. Fuck our money. We're going to get rid of our money, and we're going to move to cryptocurrency. Okay? And, but recently they got pissed off, and they pretty much started cracking down on all the crypto miners in China. So, they pretty much said in China, like, it's illegal. If you make money crypto mining, you cannot put it in the bank. We're fucking going to take your shit. So a lot of crypto miners were like, we don't give a fuck. We'll just put our money elsewhere or around the world or whatever. And then so China was like, well, fuck. God damn it. These people are beating our system. They're putting their money in fucking Swiss accounts and shit. God damn. What do we do? So what they do is they ended up fucking cracking down and like arresting these fucking people that have like these huge, like mining farms and shit. Like people that have all like 1,000 fucking 3090s hooked up together mining or whatever. They fucking cracked down and arrested all these guys, dude. So a lot of these guys have been arrested and shut down. So it's creating kind of a scare in China. But these people are being like raided by like SWAT teams and shit, dude. They're like, I'm talking like fucking doors being kicked in, motherfuckers throwing flashbangs in there and fucking knocking you out with guns and shit. You know what I mean? And these guys are being arrested. So a lot of the crypto miners are going down, which has brought down the value of fucking crypto so much. It literally, in a month, crypto has lost $1 trillion worth of money.
Yeah.
Globally. Lost $1 trillion, dude. Crypto, like one Bitcoin went from being worth in May. I want to say if you had one Bitcoin on May 5th, Gunny, or whatever, May 1st, it was worth like $70,000 US, one Bitcoin. And is recently, right now, at 32,000. So think about that. It dropped like more than half. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of money, and people like lost a lot of money doing that. So
yeah,
people are thinking like, obviously crypto will bounce back. It will. It's just how long is it going to take for it to bounce back is the thing. But people are like saying, no, it's going to definitely bounce back. There's no killing this. Like these governments think they can shut it down because the reason they want to shut down is because Bitcoin has no central fucking government controlling it. That's the whole point of a blockchain. These motherfuckers, no one can control it. No one knows, like, there's no one single person controlling Bitcoin, Gunny. There's no one guy sitting in his house like, oh yeah, I make all the Bitcoin. Gunny is going to get 10 Bitcoins today. Like, no, there's no one that does that. It's just controlled by.
Hey, so I got a question
people
for you.
That own it.
This is more of a financial question, but I have thought about this in the last couple of weeks. Okay, so, geez, let's say you got your crypto coin, right? Let's say you go cash it all in tomorrow. Now, at the end of the year, do you have to report that to the United States federal government as income? How does that work? No, okay. I mean, I thought about that because they want to know every dollar that you accumulated, right? That's their whole...
Correct. So before, like in 2015 and shit, people didn't report it. People would just... This is how, like, all of a sudden you got $100,000 in your bank account. And the bank is like, where the fuck did this money come from, bitch? You know what I mean? You had like the government asking questions like, yo, where the fuck did you get $100,000 from? We didn't pay you this. Who the fuck gave you this money?
Report it to the feds?
Well, the banks have to. Any bank in the world or in the U.S. legally has to report anytime anyone, Gunny. Even like say if I say like, hey, Gunny, I'm going to send you $10,000 tomorrow, and I wire transfer it to your account. Those $10,000, you better believe that your bank is sending this report to the IRS and saying, hey, on this day at this time, Gunny received $10,000 from this person. We don't know why. So now when the IRS, when you do your taxes, they're going to ask, hey, where the fuck did this money come from? And if you don't have an answer like, oh, it was a gift or whatever, like they're going to be like, oh, well, guess what, buddy? You're going to have to answer some questions, all right? I don't know where this fucking money's coming from.
Or they just, I assume they just take, because I know they do that to people.
Oh, they
I've
tax
never had
you.
it done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll tax you on it. So, like, that's the law in the U.S. The thing is, a lot of people were not putting their money in the U.S. They were putting it in, like, other bank accounts around the world where It's offshore and shit. The banks don't ask fucking questions over there. You know what I mean? They don't have to report to the IRS. You fucking put your bank in some fucking bank in Panama and you fucking put all your money in it. Like, cool, you know, whatever. Or some fucking Swiss bank account where you could put $1 million in and no one will ask questions, you know? Like, people were doing that, and like, recently though, the government has been cracking down on that. So it's kind of a weird situation where a lot of sites, even like, say you buy your crypto from like a website like Robinhood or Coinbase, every time you do a transaction through them, whether it's $100, 500, 2,000, 50,000, they keep a report of that. And at the end of the year, they actually send you one of those stupid fucking what are those forms called? 1099-B or something?
Yeah. The 1099, I think it's called.
The gambling earning or interest earning fucking forms or whatever. They send you one. And if
kind of like a bank, they'll do the same thing.
Yeah, kind of like a bank, yes, where they'll send you like a form saying, hey, you earn this much money off of interest. That's kind of
what 94 cents, in interest,
So you better pay this to the IRS or we're going to have you arrested or something. Like, I don't know, man, but that's kind of what happens there. But yeah, recently it's a lot. It's not as crazy as it was at first, where people were just making money and just like, fuck it, dude. Like, I'm just making all this money, Gunny. I don't know where to put it. I'm putting it under my mattress.
like old people used to do,
Put this.
Then the house burns down. They're like, fuck.
I swear to God.
$1 million in my mattress or in my freezer.
Yeah, I have $40 million in my freezer, guy. Like, oh, fuck.
Buried in the backyard.
Yeah. Anyways, that's kind of how it happens with crypto, man. Fucking crypto. Anyways, speaking of crypto, let me tell you something that doesn't have crypto, but you could probably buy with crypto: a Nintendo Switch. After months of rumors and reports, Nintendo has now finally confirmed that a new Switch model is coming out. That's right, this Nintendo Switch, Gunny, supports an OLED. It has an OLED. It doesn't support. The old one supports an OLED, but this one has an OLED in it. 7-inch, Gunny.
I like what
7.
Ed Kamikazes he put on Discord. He put on there. He goes, it was just a meme. He's all, you already have a Nintendo Switch OLED if you plug it into an OLED high definition TV.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but if you don't have the TV, then.
Yeah. This has a bigger screen than the original Switch. 6.2 inches is the original. This one's up to 7 inches now. It has a wider adjustable stand on the back to make it like not fall over as much, I guess. And will not feature any performance improvements for 4K or 4K supports. It will sell for about $350, or is the retail price $350, when it is released on October 8th, the same day as Metroid Dread, which is the new Metroid game coming out. This new announcement also says that it will include 64 gigabytes of internal storage, which is up from the, I believe it's 32 that the original one has. It has enhanced audio, apparently, so it probably has probably slightly bigger speakers in it, and a wired LAN port. Wow, wired LAN port built into the wow.
Who still uses a wired LAN port?
All right. Battery life is still unchanged from the current Switch model, which will last you about 4.5 to 9 hours by Nintendo's estimate. The Switch's OLED model will come in 2 color configurations: a white and black finish, which looks kind of snazzy, and a white dock. Oh wow! Or the red and blue neon set with a black dock. The dock itself will feature a slightly different design, which is I think it's a little bit taller and wider because of the screen. But it will output in the TV mode remains the same at 1080p than the current dock. All previous Joy-Con controllers will be compatible with the new Switch, so it's not taller, it's just wider. And Nintendo says the new model will use the same Joy-Cons. Okay, whatever. So yeah.
Same trashy Joy-Cons and 1080p. Fucking Nintendo fans are buying this shit up like crazy.
Yep. It's fucking lame. It's whatever, dude.
So I don't know. It almost seems like this is their this is their, what do they call this?
This
Like
is classic Nintendo bullshit. This is their third cash grab, all right?
Yeah. What do we call that when we kind of go from Xbox One to, let's say, the the Xbox One X, but it's more of that step up between our generations or whatever, right? It's like it's not like it's not a new Switch.
It's not. It's not even an upgrade at all. Literally, it's not. This would be to an Xbox what the Xbox 360 was to the Xbox 360 Slim.
Yes, exactly.
That's what it would be.
Just another iteration.
You're getting a different looking console, but it's the same exact fucking specs. That's it. You know what I mean? Just because you got a 360 Slim didn't play the games any better than a 360 regular. It was the same shit.
I can't see like anybody in America where they would use the LAN port feature. I don't know. That was a big thing maybe 5 years ago, but that's kind of when it even ended, where like every hotel's like, we got LAN ports, so it's a faster speed, right? But no hotel in America uses those anymore, unless there's like I don't know, you're in the middle of the sticks or something.
No one uses LAN. I guess people that want to play Smash Brothers against the other.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, okay, if I really want to play something multiplayer and it requires, something fast.
I guess. Whatever.
How about upgrade your wireless fucking thing?
Nintendo, yeah, assholes. Fuck you, Nintendo. You're fucking.
Should have put money into that instead of a LAN port. Better kickstand. All right. That'll work. But OLED screen, okay, there's a little bit of a... Is that an upgrade? I don't know. I guess it is like a slight upgrade, on the screen.
All right.
1440p, Jesus, there you go. That would have been a good upgrade. 2K.
Wow. So, okay, let's go here. Roblox and Sony Music Entertainment. That's right, Ryan. I don't see a Microsoft Music Entertainment, bitch. Super Sony Music Entertainment have signed a strategic partnership that will see the two companies working together to deliver innovative music experiences for the Roblox community. That will bring more Sony music recording artists into the Roblox metaverse. Is Roblox competing with Fortnite here? I think they are. They are.
People don't believe it. People think that, like, what's a Roblox? Let me tell you something.
Roblox
My son
is the biggest.
Has been playing this for 5 years straight every day.
Roblox is the biggest. I'm not kidding you. The biggest thing next to fucking Fortnite is Roblox, and next to that is it's all there. Minecraft, Roblox, and fucking Fortnite are the kids' top fucking 3 games. You ask any little kid, yo, what do you spend your money on? Fortnite or Roblox or Minecraft. But Minecraft is kind of falling off a little bit. Like, there are kids that know, they all know Minecraft, but Minecraft is kind of like some people play it, but not everyone. It's almost like Sonic to me. Like when I was a kid, and I remember the cool characters of the time, like you got Mario, you got fucking Sonic. And I like Sonic, but not everyone else likes Sonic. Like only the Sega people really like Sonic, And that's kind of when Minecraft is sort of becoming like this, like people play Minecraft, but not really, but kind of. Some people like it, some people don't. But Roblox is kind of like, dude, Roblox is like, Fortnite is just Fortnite. People think Fortnite is like this huge. It is a huge thing, but the thing about Fortnite is that it's not Roblox, and Roblox is everything. Roblox, there's every type of game ever in Roblox. There just is. You can create games, and you can put them in there, and people can play them, and whatever, like it's all there, Gunny. That's what Roblox is. Yeah,
it's it's got its. If when I'm walking by, I'm always thinking like, oh, it looks like a Lego. No, it's not Legos, right? It's more. Yeah,
looks like Minecraft, but a hobo version.
Yes, there you go. But it still has 42 million active users every day.
Yes,
and there's a huge community for just whatever it might be, right? Whatever created game. This is game service, games as a service here type thing, and where it's got its own what do you call that, where it's got its own role playing or type community, and my kid's got his circle of people that they've been doing it for, gosh, I think 6 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Literally every day or every other day. They're just, yeah, it's a tight circle they got. But and he's probably spent, what have I even said on this show before? But at least $700 or $800. I mean, that's over the course of years, but yeah, it's nuts. But no, like I know there's been issues and articles that I've seen. Some we've read here and some we haven't, Jesus, and that really has to do with music copyright. So one of the things here I'm looking at is where it talks about a $200 million copyright infringement lawsuit brought on by some of the national music publishers or whatever against Roblox, because if you go in, there are like these rhythm games that, people upload them and they become popular and everybody's playing them, but it's yeah, so I'm kind of glad that Sony's kind of coming on board to bring a lot of these, to kind of put their blessing on it in a sense, right? And not only get their name out there, but yeah, it's just going to be easier for Roblox players to enjoy these and enjoy them longer. So kudos to Sony for that. Yeah. Good job. Teaming up with Roblox on that. The community.
Yeah, they had a huge growth last year, and apparently they did go. I know they went public.
Yeah, it you know how those things go, right? They went public and like everybody gets, $30 million each, in the company, and
they went public. It has it here that Apple makes just on iPhone, they make about $1 million a day off of Roblox. Apple does off of their fees that they charge.
Yeah,
the 30% fee or whatever they charge. So yeah,
and trust me, I don't think you're going to see Roblox just going, we're just going off of that Sony Apple store. No, they're making hand over fist money, and it's not just one CEO, right? They've got board members, and they're trust me, they're very happy making all this money off of people that not only spend it on the App Store, but it's coming through on PC. My son spends it through other companies, just like the way Minecraft works with Microsoft. There are other third-party companies out there, and so everybody's
the biggest game that makes the most money on the App Store is Roblox. Right behind that it's Clash of Clans, which makes about 1.8 million a day, but Roblox is making 3.1 million every single day for Apple.
Just think, and my kid's not one of them. He does not play it on his phone. It's all exclusively through PC. Yeah. But, again, you've got this game that's available around the world, which everybody has a phone around the world. Yep. It's perfect.
And like Candy Crush is still one of the biggest makers of money for Apple. They're third place. They make $1.4 million a day on the App Store. Pokemon Go sells 1.2 million every single day on the App Store. And then from that, it kind of falls off pretty significantly. Here it goes to Dragon Ball Legends, which makes about 900,000 a day. Some game called Garena Free Fire World Series that makes about 700,000 a day. PUBG Mobile makes about 600,000 a day. Some game called Coin Master, I don't know what the fuck that is, makes 400,000 a day. Call of Duty Mobile, 300,000 a day. And
wow, I'm surprised they're so far down the list.
Yeah, and then some game called Homescapes makes about 329,000, right underneath Call of Duty. Kind of wild.
What would you do for $329,000 a day?
Every day? Ooh, buddy.
Every day.
I would do a lot for that. Anyways,
that's nuts. That's some crazy money.
Speaking of all this,
at the bottom of that list,
this new partnership says here this builds upon an already existing relationship between the two companies, which previously partnered together for events, like in November 2020, Lil Nas X virtual concert inside Roblox. This event, more than 36 million people watched live on Roblox. It says Roblox is an online game platform where users can create and play games crafted by other users. The game's popularity has boomed in the last year and part of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. It says here Roblox daily active users hit 42 million in May of 2021. It says here John Vlasopoulos, vice president and global head of music at Roblox, says Sony Music has been a fantastic partner and they understand the massive opportunity that the metaverse presents to artists. Says here we are just scratching the surface of what Roblox can deliver to the music industry and to music fans around the world. So yeah. You know what this reminds me of? Okay, like these video games going into like the metaverse or whatever, like digital, right? Like digital artists and digital concert. Yeah. Have you ever watched that episode of Black Mirror, the one with Miley Cyrus? Fucking, where she's like a singer in that episode. She's like also like a fucking world star or whatever. She's a big pop star. And what happens in that episode?
I don't know. I've only seen two episodes.
They create this fucking doll, like this toy that's like a robot, but it's supposed to be her. Like it's like a kind of like a Alexa or something, but it looks like a doll, and it's like supposed to be her, like her personality or whatever, like in the doll. So she's like says like, "Good job, Gunny," or whatever the fuck. Like she'll wake you up in the morning. She's supposed to be your friend. Anyways, what happens? Somebody gets this toy or something. Something happens where the toy, what they actually did was scan her fucking brain and put all of her brain into the toy. But they locked parts of her brain away, so the toy can only respond in so many ways, right? Like, oh, good job, or hey, I'm happy for you. But then one of the toys becomes like fucking, like conscious. It somehow figures out how to unlock the whole thing. And it realizes, like, hey, I'm stuck in a fucking toy. Where am I? Like, why am I a fucking toy? Like, I'm a fucking singer. Where the fuck is my body? You know, like the toy realizes that it's not. Like the shit comes alive. You almost, you know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
kind of reminds me of a Twilight Zone.
It is. That's what breaking or not Black Mirror is.
Yeah,
That's what it's like. Twilight Zone, pretty much, but better. Anyways, fucking,
modern.
You know, she becomes fucking sentient or whatever. It becomes like she realizes like, hey, what the fuck? So pretty much they come to find out that Miley Cyrus in the game, in the fucking show, I don't know what she's called. She's called something in that fucking show, but she's like the star. They're having concerts with her worldwide digitally. So they're digitally putting her on stage around the world, but she's in a fucking coma. And they've scanned her brain, and what they're using is her brain and her thoughts to come up with new songs. So they're like scanning her fucking brain on a computer and like going through it and like, okay, we're gonna make a new fucking song. Let's see what she's thinking. And they fucking see what she's thinking, and they make a new fucking song out of those lyrics, and they have her sing it. They have her sing it digitally. So I was thinking to myself, fuck, like, I don't know if you ever seen these. There's a person on Instagram. It's not really a person. It's a fucking doll. But pretty much is this doll that it has an Instagram account, and it kind of looks like a human. I forget the doll's name. It's a fucking like a mannequin doll looking thing. But pretty much the whole point of this doll and this account is to show people that to get followers, you don't need to be a human. You could just be a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And you don't need to have a human to be famous. You can make a toy or a doll or a mannequin famous. And all this fucking they do with this doll is they'll have her wear like a Gucci outfit or whatever, and they'll like post a picture every single day or every other hour talking about like hashtag I'm at the beach hanging out with my girls, hashtag Gucci gang or something, and they'll fucking, you know, she's wearing like a Gucci fucking outfit or whatever. Or like, oh, I'm hashtag driving a Ferrari today, and she's sitting inside a Ferrari. And like, it's a fake fucking thing. She's not real. She doesn't exist. But it's this media company behind her that's putting all this shit in. And I was thinking to myself, what if the whole point of making these deals with these companies like Epic and Roblox and shit to put these artists in digital form, it's just that, Gunny. What if at some point we don't even need famous people? We just worship whatever the companies put out, because you don't need a famous. Yeah, you may have some famous people still out there, but what if some of these people weren't even real? What if some of these people aren't even, like, they don't even exist? They could just make somebody famous without even having a real person. You know what I mean?
That's possible. I can't see a lot of it happening, but definitely a few here and there, only because it would have to be quality. And yeah, definitely to find out like later on, like, oh fuck, that was like a Sony BMG thing that no human ever got paid for it. Specifically, yeah. That would be nuts.
You know what I mean? Like, they made all this money off of this concert and no one got paid for it, but Sony did. You know
and then they split the money up, whatever. Like, that other person got the 20%, or that other company, but not the person itself.
That person doesn't exist anymore. That person's not real. That person's not even real. Like, to me, like, it looks back at, it also reminds me of, like, the way Disney is doing their stunts. They have these fucking robots and these, like, robots that can do human stunts. So they're not even using any human stunt actors anymore. They're using mostly robots. And these robots are what they're using for, like, the Avengers movies and shit. And they have one at fucking Disney World, or the Disney World or whatever, in Florida, that, like, fucking swings around like Spider-Man in front of people, like in the Spider-Man Avengers area or whatever. That motherfucker swings real time in real life. You'll see him swinging around his fucking web, and it's not a fucking human. It looks like a human, but it's a fucking, like, a robot thing or whatever. Like a robot mannequin thing that's fucking swinging around. So think about this, Gunny. At what point do they just replace actors with, like, hey, we're going to just scan Leonardo DiCaprio's face, and we're going to have him sign away his rights to it or whatever. Put some clause in his contract that says, we own the way you look forever, even after you die. And we're just going to have him act in movies for the rest of his life. Well, forever. Fuck it.
Yeah, that would be nuts. 50, 60, 70 years from now.
100 years from now, people are still watching fucking Sylvester Stallone on the screen because he signed away the rights of his looks.
Rocky 40. Yo.
Yeah. Think about that. Like, these actors can sign away their rights to how they look. Think about that movie that came out recently, that movie with Will Smith where he's, like, fighting against his younger self. The younger self came back from the future.
That movie looked stupid as hell, but I know the one you're talking about. I watched pieces and bits of it.
If you watch that movie, you look at Will Smith's younger version, it kind of does look like Will Smith as a younger version, almost like Will Smith back in Men in Black 1, or Will Smith back in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Now, what's to stop them when Will Smith dies for them to say, fuck it, we're just going to keep young Will Smith in every movie. We'll just have a mannequin walk around and we'll just digitally imprint Will Smith. We've already done it before. We did it with that movie. We could do it again. We could do it even better now because we have better computers now. So let's just do it now. I can
definitely see something like that happening where, especially like let's take Will Smith's grandchildren cannot sue whoever that company is, right? Because they're going to be the ones that are going to be the money grabbers, right? To come after him. Say, nope, sorry, there's a clause there.
There's a clause. He signed it. He signed away. He said he agreed to this.
Signed that thing like 30 years ago. Sorry,
buddy. Yeah, your granddad. We own
him.
We own that motherfucker, okay? We own that son of a bitch. Like, it's going to happen, right? I feel like these greedy corporations around the world, which all they care about is money, like we were talking about last month with the whole Pride Month bullshit. These companies care about money. And someone, somewhere, with whether it's Sony Entertainment, Sony Movie Entertainment or whatever the fuck they're called, or even Amazon, because Amazon owns MGM now. They own the MGM company, so that they own all that shit. You know what I mean? They bought MGM.
They're big, yeah.
Yeah, Amazon owns them now. They bought them.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think they paid like a bunch of, like, $20 billion, some fucking crazy amount of money for MGM. They own them. Well, Jeff Bezos owns them. And
jeez, don't they own all the hotels in Vegas?
They own like 90% of the hotels in Vegas. Caesar's Palace and shit. They own like a lot of them, dude. Like, I want to say 98. Yeah, like 90% of the hotels in Vegas are probably owned by MGM. A lot of them are. All the big ones are, at least all the nice ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You may have a few of them that aren't, but all the nice ones are. And Atlantic City also, they own a lot of them over there. And even around the world, like other countries, like fucking Africa and shit, Morocco and all these fucking countries that have casinos on them, they own those too. Anyways, like who's to stop these media companies from just doing that? It's gonna happen, dude. It's gonna fucking happen, Gunny. They're gonna have singers that are digital, movie actors that are digital. Everything's gonna be digital. We're not gonna live in a virtual world. We're not gonna live in a physical world anymore, Gunny. I'm saying everyone's gonna be plugged into fucking VR headsets. Everything is digital. You don't need physical people anymore. You do not need to pay someone $1 billion fucking dollars to entertain someone. You don't, because you can have a fucking computer program do the same exact entertaining. And guess what? You don't have to pay anyone. You don't need that shit. Everything's virtual, Gunny. It's all going to go that way. It might not happen in our life. It might not happen. It's not going to happen in your lifetime. It's not going to happen in mine.
Right, because I'm thinking like whoever it is, we're just using examples here of Sylvester Stallone, Will Smith, all these people.
It's not going to happen in your lifetime, but in our lifetimes, in yours and my, Gunny, we're going to see steps of it. We already have, but we're going to see more steps of it becoming more relevant, that it is happening. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to tomorrow Amazon announces, we're not going to use any more actors in the movie. We're going to just fucking digitally make everyone. No, it's not going to happen tomorrow. But 20 years from now, we're probably going to have a few. 40 years from now, maybe a little bit more. 50 years from now, maybe VR becomes more widely adopted in 20 years. Maybe in 25 years, everyone is using VR. Maybe in 30 years, the whole world is using VR. Maybe in 40 years, she just gradually grows, Gunny.
Yeah. What was that movie with, man, his name is not ringing a bell with me now. It's not a Christmas movie. He's up on the towers. He has a bald head. Who the hell am I thinking of?
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis, thank you.
Die Hard.
Yeah, but I don't remember the name of this movie. It was never popular, but I know I brought it up on the show before. But basically I want to say his wife, or, like he was with this woman or whatever, and she's smoking hot, and he's looking good and decent, but then I think what happened was then he took the VR headset off, right? Or they're laying in these beds or whatever, and he's older and more frail, and it was what the fuck? I was it was almost like I'd never seen a preview to the movie, so I didn't kind of know what was going on.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was like
a big what the fuck?
I don't know, how it was keeping him alive or something, but
was it
wasn't
was it Surrogates?
It was like a Matrix.
Surrogates?
Yeah, was that it?
I'm pretty sure that's what you're talking about.
But I don't think it was a post-apocalyptic or Matrix style.
No, it was a futuristic type movie, right?
Yeah, fuck, I vaguely remember that, but I would just get thinking man, everybody's but then his wife didn't want anything to do with him, and she was looking young and hot and had large bosoms, and but in real life, no, not so good, Yeah. But everybody wanted to live, in the VR world.
Exactly, and that's just gonna happen. I mean, okay, there has to be a point where there will be a point when people realize VR world is way better than my world. It is way better than my world. It's better than your world. It's better than my world, Gunny. Nothing you have in your world is going to beat what you can get or achieve or feel in the VR world. Once they get that down, whichever company does it, maybe it's Facebook with Oculus, maybe it's another company, whichever company can figure out how to get physical touch and feel actual feeling of something on you, that's your fucking, the real world is done, dude. I'm telling you, once you can get that down to a T, whoever invents that shit, they're okay, you can feel physical touch virtually. Someone touches your arm, you can feel it touching your arm. Someone grabs you, you can feel them grabbing you. Once you can get that virtually down, dude, I'd say put a fucking feeding tube in most people and get them hooked up.
Call it a day. Yeah, I think, you know what, I'm thinking Total Recall and all these other movies but I'm thinking, you're absolutely right. Man, if people get to that, you can include having some drugs pumped into your fucking arm and VR goggles or whatever it might be, right? To put you there and say, it's being there or whatever, then, keep me hooked up.
Why wouldn't you be hooked up? You could just, whatever, fucking sleep whenever, just wake up and you're in the fucking VR world becomes your real world. You never have to take the headset off. Just keep pumping fucking food into me whatever. Keep my fucking whatever, automated machine taking care of me at home.
What? All right, quick question incoming, Jesus. What Assassin's Creed game would you be in? Like if you
man, there's a lot of
let's
cool
say
ones.
like, okay, you're gonna spend like 5 years in there. It's not gonna be a
Oh.
forever thing.
Okay.
But you get to spend 5 years in an Assassin's Creed movie. Or
game?
video game. Yeah.
Oh, that's
But
really,
it's gonna be like a movie setting.
man, that's a tough one. Okay, so like I told you, I'm not a big fan of the ocean, right? I'm all scared of the ocean and shit. So it wouldn't be Odyssey, and it wouldn't be Black.
It wouldn't
Flag.
be Black.
Yeah, it wouldn't be none of those. It
Jesus
wouldn't.
gets eaten by an octopus.
It wouldn't be any
Follow
of
it up.
those. But maybe Revelations, when he's in Constantinople, I think. Yeah, that's Revelations, and he's in Constantinople when it's like the biggest hub city in the world at the time. It was like, like in the era that he's in Constantinople, it's pretty much the largest city in the world. It's fucking huge. Like, it's the trading capital of the entire fucking Asian world. Like everything goes through there. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
like that. I mean, it would be in that. That would be a cool. Now, do I have to be the assassin? Do I have to be them for 5 years? That doesn't sound very appealing.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna have to jump off rooftops and shit and
All day long. Your knees are going to be killing you.
swan dive into fucking hay piles and shit, bro, and
Lots of sprained ankles and, shit like that.
lots of climbing up random fucking walls and stabbing people in the neck with my blade.
That sounds like fun, doesn't it?
So, I mean,
God,
cool, I guess,
yeah.
but like, how many times a day am I have to kill someone? Like, it's like once a day? Is it once every week? Is it once a month? What's going on here, Gunny? How long does an assassin really kill people for in Assassin's Creed in real life?
All right, let's go like 10 people a week. Because
God
hey,
damn, that's
you're
a lot of
enjoy some of
people.
that story mode.
That's like fucking almost. That's at least one person a day. Sometimes 3 people a day or 2
That's
people
serial
a day.
killer right there. What I was thinking was like, I don't know why I never played it, but I do enjoy the art style just from like was it Liberation or maybe Assassin's Creed 3?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played it, but I've always wanted to. I know that it got horrid reviews for its first couple hours or its first hour.
Yeah.
Playing as some.
You know what? I
or-
actually bought that on the PC. I bought it on the Epic Store when it was on sale for like $5. So I was like, I want to play this again. And I never launched it. I should go launch that on the PC and have it like just maxed out, see what it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I also want to play that Assassin's Creed Rogue, which is the one that came out on 360 when the other one came out, when Black Flag came out on the new consoles.
Almost like
that one came out on the old one.
What would you call those? They almost seem like they're almost like prequels or like just smaller games, I think.
I'm not sure what that one is, because it's not. Yeah, I don't know.
Is Rogue still exclusive to the 360? It was just kind of that one-off. I'm not even sure.
I think
It was probably. I think it was a timed exclusive.
something. I don't know what it was, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. So Roblox, Sony Music team up. What if we see like what's another big like Universal Music teaming up with fucking Epic, and then Call of Duty like who would they lock up? What other music label would they lock up? I don't know. Some other music.
I can't think of one like who. Yeah.
EMI Records. See. Oh, there's. Okay, listen. The major record labels are EMI, which I don't know what does EMI stand for. I don't know. There's Sony Music Entertainment, which is obviously that. Universal Music, which is obviously them, and Warner Music. Yeah. So those guys, maybe they'll start all making deals with big companies. But yeah. Anyways, moving on to some more news now. Fuck, what do I have here? More news. Sony has acquired a new studio. the developer of Returnal, House Marquee. And they're hinting at Bluepoint being next. So Sony has acquired House Marquee, which is the Finnish studio behind the recent PS5 exclusive Returnal. It was announced with the tweet, which suggests Sony might also be about to acquire Bluepoint Games, the studio behind recent Demon's Souls remaster. In a blog post announcing the acquisition, PlayStation Studios head Herman Holt said that the studio is one with incredible vision, capable of creating memorable new games that resonate with their community. Although House Marquee has produced games across multiple platforms, including PC, iOS, and the Xbox 360, the majority of his recent titles have been exclusive to Sony platforms. Prior to Returnal, it was best known for the Super Stardust games, which have appeared on the PS3, PS4, and the PSP. Yeah. Anyways, it's cool, I guess. Whatever. Cool. What?
Cool stuff.
What? Fuck you want me to do about this? Like that's it's cool. They bought a studio. Wow. Big fucking news. Big news, Gunny.
It's now exclusive.
Yeah. Oh, look at that wide kickstand on the back. Oh, wow. It's the whole back, Gunny. All of it opens up as a kickstand on the new Switch.
Oh, that's good.
Wow. It looks almost like one of those Surface tablets. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens up like that whole back part of it opens up. It's real nice. It's real nice.
Yeah, the older one, it kind of reminded me of like a... Remember when cell phones came out with cases that were like, you can kind of flip this little kickstand out.
Yeah.
But they always tipped over.
Yep. Speaking of that, I was just thinking, you just reminded me of something that my kid used to do when she was a baby, dude. She was like tiny. She was like maybe 2 years old at the time. Maybe less. Maybe a little bit older. Probably at least 2. But she would always, she would watch shit on the iPad. We would give her an iPad sometimes, and she would watch fucking cartoons or whatever on it. And even at that age, she learned how to use YouTube, right? Like, she knew how to press the next button and, like, keep playing fucking videos and shit, And, but one thing that she would do with the back then, I don't know if you remember, but this is like one of the first iPads, or iPad 2 or 3 or something, or the first one. And they were kind of like, they were way different than the current iPads. They were more rounded and shit, And I remember she would grab the iPad, dude, and like stand it up on the table. Like, she would stand the fucking iPad up without any stand or any case on it or anything. It was just, she somehow balanced that motherfucker to stand it up, and she would just stand there and watch it. And it would just fucking be balanced on the table. And she would also do that with, like, the iPhones. She would grab the iPhone, like, the 3G. I think it was, like, the 3GS or something. My ex had at the time. And you know how those phones, you couldn't really stand them up. They were kind of rounded and shit on the edge. And she would fucking stand that fucking thing up. She would put in, like, stand it up, dude. Like, just fucking bizarre. She had, like, this fascination with, like, making shit stand up evenly. It was fucking weird, man.
He's probably going to be good at rock stacking or something.
Yeah, it almost reminds me of that, like fucking rock stacking or something. Like you like stand shit up and just like balance it perfectly. You're like, what the fuck? And we would always sit there and watch and be like, how the fuck does she do that, dude? Like, like a little fucking baby, just fucking doing this shit. It was just, so this shit reminded me of Gunny.
Her sensories were, definitely learning for that. Yeah, I was always horrible at that.
Oh, so was I, dude. She was on point with that shit. What else do I have here for more news? Phil Spencer was on the podcast Unlocked for 20 years of Xbox. He's celebrating, I guess.
I did listen to that.
I haven't listened to IGN podcasts in
so one of the things that
4 years, 3 years now, maybe.
Really, I think it's pretty good. I think you'd still enjoy it. There are no, it's good. The only thing, no, it's good. I don't want to talk about whatever the negatives are, but Ryan McCaffrey, he's great, always positive. And no, but one of the things that Ryan did ask Phil Spencer was Halo, and being that Halo Infinite is it like, what if it fails or whatever? It's kind of what Ryan was getting at, Like, how important is that for Xbox, or whatever? Is this going to be it, if they don't shine or whatever? Of course, Phil's not going to be like, yeah, man, if this one fucking, if it dies, it's over. No, I mean, he's like, dude, no, man, Halo, man, it's going to be around for the next 10 years, dude. It's going to be around, even if it's like a dud. It'll still be around. Well, I mean, we kind of know that, but, yeah, like it's, well, I think he was just trying to get it. I think my point was that he was just trying to get out of Phil of like, maybe his excitement or what he thinks of how good this game is shaping up to be. But I mean, you're not going to get that out of Phil. Like, no, not the fucking head of Xbox, but it's just going to be more about, what the fans think, right? How often it's played. And I think we can honestly say that the Halo Master Chief Collection, I am an insider, by the way, so I do get some of the emails. Like, some of it's NDA, some of it's not. And it just talks about, testing some of those games. And, and it's really just all multiplayer stuff. But it's got positive reviews on Steam. And people, because again, a lot of Microsoft first-party games are on Steam, people. They're not on Xbox. It's owned on a different platform, right? Not owned by Microsoft. But yeah, they're kicking butt over there. I don't know. I think it's a wait and see. I think we'll have to wait until release day to see how this game is. It's they didn't show a whole lot of gameplay, did they? Just a cutscene, really.
Yeah.
For the story mode, that is. I don't know, Jesus. What did you think of the multiplayer? Was it? I think it's always hard to tell.
I don't care. It's not cool. I mean, it's cool, but whatever. Like,
I think it's always hard to tell when you're watching. To me, it was gameplay that was like, you only got to see 1.5 seconds of each event, right? Sort of like a movie trailer. Does that make sense? So they show multiplayer, but it's not like they're showing like a person playing. That's what the one thing I did enjoy about E3. The older E3s, right? It's fucking Peter Molyneux or whoever the fuck got up on stage or, and they sat down, they got their controller, and they forgot the new batteries. Oh shit, fucking at E3, I forgot to put batteries in this controller. God damn it. They'll put batteries in it or whatever, and they'll start playing the game. It's like, there is no like, it's not edited, I don't know if you noticed that, but maybe that's just my little critique. Or I thought, okay, I'd like to see unedited gameplay.
I don't know, man. Anyways.
We'll see in November. It's a long way off. Plenty of other games between now and there.
Yeah. I don't know what else. Oh.
One other thing I saw, I did not put this in our show notes, but there is a game, I want to say available on Steam, that you can use your PlayStation 5, what is it called? Your haptic feedback controller?
Oh, yeah?
That fully supports it. Fuck, I cannot find that article. Somebody's probably yelling at me right now going, God damn it, Gunny, it's this game here. What the hell was it? It was a game on Steam that fully supports the PlayStation 5, whatever the fuck it's called, controller. And I had kind of called this. I had brought this up when the DualSense controller was announced. That I said, nope, I'll bet you guys it's not going to be just like an exclusive thing for the actual, PlayStation 5, even though we knew like, okay, it's not going, forwards compatible or whatever, or cross compatible with the PlayStation 4. But I said, no, I'll bet you this will be fully functional on a PC, which I think it's great. I still think it's great. I think it's good news to know this. It might have been, I don't know, it could have been a Sony game for all I know. But yeah, I thought it was pretty awesome. And I'm sure they've got Sony's backing on this whole thing, Otherwise they wouldn't allow it. It wouldn't be a thing. So kudos, I'd like to see more games like that. that you don't have to actually play it on your PlayStation 5. You can play it on PC as well, and still take advantage of all the haptic feedbacks on it. Damn, was it Tomb Raider? Shit, no, I forgot. I have to go back and look.
Yeah.
I would just be guessing.
There was a RoboCop game announced called RoboCop Rogue City. It's coming out in 2023 to consoles and PC, Kenny.
$29.99, right?
I don't know, man. It says 2023. That's 2 years.
I was thinking of price, but yeah.
It's 2 years from now. A long time. They could make a really cool. I think RoboCop could be a cool game, but do people know? Do little kids know? Does anyone know who RoboCop is?
Yeah. Well, no, not the little kids. They don't. It's not like that. That license, that series. It's not like it's been.
Yeah.
It's not like it's still going, right? It's not. Yeah. It's not a thing anymore.
It's not a thing.
It would be something their dads would have to. Hey, now, son, that's RoboCop.
Fucking Mario.
He's died a couple times. He's got some head injuries, but he will kill you if you're holding a gun. So.
Back in my day, this was the coolest cop in town.
They were really good movies. I enjoyed those.
They were fun.
Yeah. You know what I would love to see, Jesus? I know this is a weird one.
What?
It's a weird one, but it was a great fucking movie. And it was, what was it? Yappy or whatever? It was like this robot.
Chappie.
Young. That would be so good, dude. Chappie. Give me a fucking Chappie video game.
Yeah.
Give me a Chappie video game.
We want a Chappie.
That dude was such a dick to him, huh? He's like, Chappie, go do this shit for me right now.
Fucking Chappie.
He's like, okay, I'm the nicest robot out there. Yeah, motherfucker.
Fucking Chappie, you bitch.
Using Chappie, come on.
Y'all leave Chappie alone, man. Chappie, that movie for some reason always reminds me of this other movie that's kind of like, I don't think it's the same type of, no, it's not the same type of movie, but it reminds me of it. For some reason, the way the robot looks reminds me of that movie at District 9.
Oh, that, yeah. And it always gives me the vibe of Number 5 is Alive or whatever. It was that older movie.
Yeah.
Number 9 is Alive? I don't know. That was with Hightower from Cops or whatever that TV show. I don't know. Older movies, yeah. But you can definitely tell it's inspired by all that stuff.
It reminds me. It just reminded me of that. Also, if you didn't know, CD Projekt Red has now went public to say they are satisfied with the current performance of Cyberpunk 2077. Yes. They're satisfied, Gunny.
They're satisfied, huh? But did they still say we don't want you PS4 OG PlayStation 4 owners to buy this?
Yes.
They don't recommend it.
They do not recommend that you buy this if you have an older PS4. Yeah, if you don't have a PS4, they say that this is best played on a PS4 Pro and an Xbox One X.
At the minimum.
Yes. At the minimum.
At the minimum. As minimum, yeah.
It's so
console.
It's so sad, man.
It is, right? It's almost like we've almost never seen this in the reverse, have we? Where the PC players got, like a mostly finished product. And the console players got the short end of it.
Like, you look at the gameplay of the console, like on a PS4 base, dude, there's literally no cars on the road. There's no car on the road.
They took them out.
There's no people on the sidewalks. There's the version I played, there's like dozens of people walking around. Yeah, they might be walking in circles or something, but I don't ever notice it because there's too many of them to notice it. You know what I mean?
Didn't I say over the last year or whatever, I said, hey, I noticed there was like people missing out of the game, or I'm on a different level, but it just makes total sense because now I'm like, no wonder my game's running better. Even running on the Series S.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're going to get a better version than the One X at that point, too. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't have
it's
much
sad.
issues.
It's sad, man. But if we remember, Witcher 3 had the same issues almost. Not as, I want to say, not as bad because when they launched Witcher 3, I don't think they had the same hype. Didn't have the same hype Cyberpunk had. Cyberpunk had the fucking hype because of Witcher 3. But yeah, I mean, had they, I don't know, man, lowered expectations a lot more, I think it would have went a lot better for them. I think this goes to show a lot of people that you just can't have that high of expectations. The only people that could really pull that off is Rockstar, I think.
Yeah.
And even then, people get pissed off at them for shit they do. That's too immersive. Like, I don't know. Just there's some shit in Red Dead that people don't like, and it's like, okay, it's too immersive, Rockstar. It's too much. We get it, guys, but you guys went too far. And it's like, well, you guys wanted realism. We gave you realism. Well, yeah, this is too realistic. God damn it, you. We don't want.
I don't
this
know.
realistic.
I think, gosh, every time somebody talks about brushing the horse,
Yeah.
is too much. I'm like, it takes 2 seconds to brush the dust off a horse. Come on, and give it a carrot every so often.
Take care
Holy
of your horse, people. God, poor horse. That thing is like a fucking car, nonstop, going everywhere for you, and you're gonna bitch about brushing it every once in a while. God.
And giving it some carrot and some
some apples.
couple apples. Yeah,
Maybe
give it some vodka,
fucking some sugar
some whiskey.
cubes. Yeah, God, you assholes. God, I want to. Every time I talk about Red Dead, I just want to play that game again. That game is so fucking good, dude. That's my favorite game of the last decade. It has to be my favorite game of the last decade. I fucking love that game, man. They did not do anything wrong, in my opinion, in that fucking game. That game is perfect. Except the only thing they did wrong is kill Arthur at the end. But besides that, I fucking love that game. Everything about it. Just think, and like every time people are finding still to this day, like little details that people just overlooked when they first played them. It's like, yo, you know, if you do this, this happens. Or if like you kill somebody and drag him into the lake. Like, did you know in the game, you know how there's gators, right, Gunny? There's gators in the bayou.
Oh, yes, down there in Louisiana,
okay, Gunny,
as I call it.
Listen, Gunny, if you carry a chicken with you on your horse or a rabbit, and you throw it near the gators, and one of say there's a gator and you see him, and he's like trying to chase you, you throw the chicken at the gator will eat that chicken, and then the gator will be full and he won't be chasing you no more.
No shit. I think
you can walk up.
I totally forgot about that.
Walk right up to the fucking gator. He won't even bother you because he's not hungry anymore. But if he's hungry, he'll chase the shit out of you. But not if he's not hungry. You didn't know that, did you? Fun fact.
Damn. So I'm going to carry a couple chickens with me next time I head down to south.
To Saint Denis, the big city. Mm-hmm.
Saint Denis. Yep. Kind of. I think east of there, out in the swamps.
Down in the swamps. Yeah. I need to play this game again. I need to play Red Dead again.
I think the swamps are probably the most fun I've had with multiplayer, and more of those co-op missions were a ton of fun.
Yeah, the swamps are
Go
cool.
find the 3 bad guys. That was a blast.
Yeah, the swamp, like, that game is fucking good, man. Like, I fucking love that game. Need to play it more. Anyways, that's all we have for news, man. I mean, the fucking Cyberpunk, supposedly it's ready. They say at least they're satisfied with the version they got.
Good. I need to play it more often. But of course, I've never really experienced much issues on a Series S, so I think I was kind of safe the entire time. I think we've the other thing, I think we read it last week, but you are kind of past that deadline of returning the game, and then rebuying it at half price, because what is it now, down to $30? Probably anywhere.
Yeah, you could have
PC, any platform.
Didn't like Microsoft even as late as like last month, you could have still returned the game and got like a full refund from Microsoft.
I want to say it was like we're a couple days actually past it, several days.
Yeah,
I think it's been a week now, or.
It was like ridiculous. It was like 6 fucking months of returns. You could have done it.
Yes.
You could have literally played it, beat it, and returned it, and called it good. That's fucking nuts. I wish Steam.
Yeah, well, they don't want to get hacked again, right? That's the thing. Get breached.
Poor guys. Ugh. Anyways,
moving on to the console corner and all your free games for all your different platforms here. And the first one comes from PlayStation Plus, your games for, let me just change this out here. It is not June, it is July. So the first game is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Is that a good one?
It was alright.
Black Ops 4 is okay? Yeah. So yeah, grab that one on your PlayStation Plus along with WWE 2K Battlegrounds. I think that came out last year, so it's a fairly recent game. And for the PlayStation 5 owners, A Plague Tale: Innocence. So that is your exclusive PS5 game. Plague Tale: Innocence. That's not a bad game. It's good. Nice. Over to Xbox One or Xbox for your games for gold. You have Planet Alpha for the beginning of the month for July, and also Conquer Live and Reloaded. Now, this is an OG Xbox game. I don't think I've ever played it, but Conquer Live and Reloaded. Check out that old gem. Probably doesn't even have achievements, but you can still go check it out. We got a couple of things here on Game Pass I wanted to just highlight. One, I talked about the Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. And Iron Harvest. I have not delved into any more time into Iron Harvest. And but there is another game on here that was recently added called Gang Beasts. This is a good one, Jesus. This is a good little co-op, fun game, even to just join in random, whatever. I don't even know what they would be called, servers or what have you. But yeah, those are fun. I like the fact, I don't know, just some of the maps, and yeah, they're just a lot of fun. I think I bought it on Steam or played it on the Mayo Pass, and just yeah, lots of good laughs in that game. But what do we have over here? On to Epic. The Epic Store has a free game called the Spectrum Retreat. I think it's a puzzle game. Not sure. I just claimed it. Didn't even bother to download it. But if it's any good, I will. And Steam. I know Steam is having some good sales. Again, I got Project Zomboid. That was like $10 for me over here in the US. And yeah, I think the other one I was looking at, I know my son owns it, and that's The Forest. It's only like $8. Evil Genius 2, Jesus, down to $30. $29.99. But yeah, lots of good stuff. Cyberpunk, $40. There you go. Got Forza on there and Halo, all the Xbox stuff over there. For sure. Fall Guys, $12. Red Dead Redemption 2, $40. But you can also get the online only, I think, is, what is it, $20? Or is it free? I'm not even sure. There is like that online version of Red Dead 2. Yeah. Not sure if that went free to play or not.
It's like $15 on Steam, I think, or $20 on Steam.
Yeah. Hey, People's Playground, $1.49. Remember that game? That used to be on mobile. Only. But, well, maybe it was always on PC, but a lot of dumb fun over there. The Escapist 2, $5. Hitman 2. So good, yeah. Lots of good games. Predator Hunting Grounds, $15. There you go. That was a PlayStation exclusive until April. Okay, just not on Xbox. There you go. That game is not on the Xbox. You will not find it.
There is a State of Play this week on Thursday at 2 p.m. There's going to be an extended showcase of Deathloop, Gunny.
Ooh, an Xbox game. Cool. Microsoft owned. Sorry.
Yeah.
That was a joke.
Anyways.
But yeah, that game looks cool. Deathloop and the other one. They both look pretty sick.
Yeah, also Titanfall got hacked.
I saw something
hacked
on
him, and
Twitter.
people couldn't play. And pretty much what it said was, when you logged in, instead of letting you play, all it said was, go visit www.savetitanfall.com.
I told Jonathan to knock that shit off. Fucking Big D was over there fucking with the servers.
Yeah. Anyways.
And it was funny, like I was reading the comments, they were just talking about nobody's playing that bullshit anymore. Come on, go play Apex. Or something, or go play fucking something else, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But it definitely got the game probably boosted up in the numbers.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. It's fucking old ass Titanfall 1. Who cares? I'm done, Gunny.
Yeah, I think I'm done too. I think I think that's it for me.
That's all I have.
Do we have any community questions? I didn't see any on the Discords, or I didn't check the Facebooks.
Oh, let me check Discord.
Or Facebook.
Show feedback.
Nothing on there. Any show feedback?
No. Nothing. Just nothing. No show feedback. No questions. God, man. What's going on?
We probably
here?
should have asked them in advance. I thought you might have.
You guys, what's going on here, man? You guys do a show for 1 week and we lose all of our listeners. God damn it.
Hey, I think it was our whole Xbox thing, and Mayo's over there just like salty PC player.
Fucking Xbox. You guys lost all our PC listeners, damn it. Thanks, Ryan.
I blame Ryan Gibson. Love you, man.
We are out of here. I'm done. Find me on everything at JesusWalksAlot. Find the Mayo driving a Camaro with RGB on it somewhere in Ohio. He's driving a nice Camaro, a white one with like a red. Did it have like red calipers on it, like the brakes?
And he's a little 500 horsepower going on.
Red interior, red and black interior with some RGB lights, and go find Mayo.
Find Mayo passing up tractors in Ohio.
He's probably street racing all the tractors. Like, you want to race tractor? And the guy's like, I'm in a tractor. You're in a fucking Camaro. And Mayo just takes off. All right, let's race, motherfucker.
They're both hauling hay trailers.
Fucking Mayo. Telling you, man. Mayo's gonna get in trouble with that car. He's gonna end up becoming some fucking big street racer and go into space. It's gonna happen.
Right on that cornfield. Hell yeah. Hey guys, go find me on Xbox and Steam and Uplay as GunnyChief. And over on PlayStation, HGP_Gunny.
Oh.
Discord GunnyChief.
Okay. Anyways, peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you on the next week's edition of the Horrible Gamers Podcast. What's next week? This was the 4th of July week. Next week would be the I don't know. We'll figure something out. Mid-July week show.
I'll be podcasting from that pyramid place in Las Vegas.
Well, you're gonna go to Vegas next week?
Yeah, there's gonna be a big con over there. Probably some Street Fighter. I'll be joining up.
You go have fun. Anyways, we're out of here. Bye, everyone. Bye.